In Dungeons and Dragons, what you do is to create a fantasized universe of the mind in which expediency to achieve your goal is more important than any kind of moral frame of reference to your actions.
So we have a wizard now teaching the children of his magical studies.
That's kind of far out.
Mazes and monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?
This is the Heroes Era.
Welcome to the Heroes Era. I'm your Dungeon Master Ben, and we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. This is session 21 of our 4th campaign together. And joining me, I have Bodhi as Durian.
Lost Orc, finally getting out of the Feywild.
Chris as Edward.
Oh God, I forgot Edward's voice. Just a simple fella, just a regular human guy, nothing to see here, and definitely not a werewolf.
Joel as Peter.
Halfling sorcerer, and your friend in the dark.
And Jason as Desperado.
Hey, yeah, just the nimble elf paladin, really loyal and looking to get out of the Feywild too.
And tonight we're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era. And so if you are joining us maybe for the first time and you want to catch up on past sessions, we do host, courtesy of Bodhi, session recaps. We have a few that we need to keep catch up on. I apologize I wasn't able to get together for that last week, but we'll get those done, and then everybody can catch up that way if you want to just jump into the campaign. And let's just jump into the game tonight. When we last left off, you guys were collecting corpses to deliver to Master Theus in the mortal realm on behalf of Lady Jude Harrows, the Queen of Fairies, Queen of Darkness. Desperado did not want to take up this task for fear that it might offend his patron. So we kind of explored what might be a loophole in, Durian, Edward, and Peter accepting this task. Although Desperado is still with them, so we'll see what that means, perhaps. Desperado was also able to reclaim his hand that had been severed by the trick of a dirty gnome.
Yeah.
And although Peter had reached out to his halfling brethren, they were hesitant to render aid because of the company that he keeps, for fear that their position, their location might be revealed to others outside of their halfling community. Edward, hanging out with the party, curious to see what comes of him as he finds himself in essentially a new era altogether, a whole new world from when he was trapped in the Fae.
Edward's sort of following everybody around in that way that, like, when you free like a trapped puppy, and then it doesn't have anywhere else to go, so it just sort of like follows you home.
A wolf pup.
Yeah. But he, it'll defend you till you die. But he's also just like, I'm with them.
Right. So when we left off, you guys had defeated a vicious corpse flower, actually a very terrifying and powerful creature plant that was a collector and wielder of corpses in a way. It was a challenging encounter, and you do find yourself still on the trail of dead, loading your wagon, finishing that task to set off to the east to a cave that is supposed to connect the Feywild with the mortal realm. As you learned from Lady Jude, the Fairy Queen, these places have grown very close as of late. And to some extent, Peter is able to guide you to this cave. You know that it is beyond the Valley of Dry Scales. And so we can pick up there as you guys have loaded the wagon with corpses, noticing that many of these have oddly grown in size, or you would assume so, because most people are not large like these, and they don't appear to be quite the size of giants, just like, overgrown peoples in a sort. They don't have the girth necessarily that a giant might have. And we'll just pick up the game there, and we'll dive right in.
Oh, these guys are lanky.
Just to see if you can remind us, Ben, are these humans or elves, corpses?
They appear to be a variety of these different types of people, different civilized people. Perhaps they were, victims of Lady Jude's games, her dungeons, or perhaps they fell to fairies in the Fae people, in other manners. And actually, as you were loading the bodies, you actually recognize amongst these corpses the bodies of two people you once knew, who were in the dungeon with you.
Ooh. Wow, I didn't think I was gonna see these guys again.
My friend Scuzz.
Indeed, Scuzz and
Cyrus.
I'm sorry, thank you. So I was thinking Durian, but I'm sorry. Thank you. Scuzz.
I'm in the cart. What the hell?
Scuzz the goblin and Cyrus the dwarf.
Who is that filthy little goblin creature in there? Let's throw that one away quickly.
He was a guy. All right, he was something. His brothers kept getting mind controlled by another goblin thing. We were never really sure. We never really figured it out. And the other guy was a really good blacksmith, but he made this ladder. It was incredible. You should have seen it. Marvel of the age.
And of course, Commander Kevin Hawkins is also with you. My apologies.
My friends, I feel like reluctant to allow whoever it is, the master or whoever, to allow them to have our old friends.
Oh, no, we're taking them out of here. Sorry, but yeah, we're not.
Yeah, okay. I was worried I was going to have to argue about that. Okay, good. Perhaps we could lay them to rest here. I might say a small prayer, and maybe we burn their bodies.
I think that we might return them to the mother. But it is your call.
That's a much better idea.
Extra trouble.
Yes. Let's do that. Let us do that. Once we return to our own realm, let us find a piece of water that we might send them to proper rest. Yes.
Yeah.
My apologies, Commander Hawkins.
This is all right. They were friends of mine.
I was not thinking like that. Yeah, that is a much better idea.
I can't wait to get out of this place, because then the tension on my shoulders is just going to disappear. It's going to be amazing. The amount of relief. So I'm going to take their specific bodies, and I'm going to put them underneath a few other corpses, so to hide them, in case anything comes by and it's like, oh, your friends are here? I'll take those, and we won't be able to say anything against it. And yet again, still that one zombie that we fought in that fight that just wouldn't stay down and die, that took 5 hits, is still on the front of the carriage with me, pulling it along with me.
Just a reminder, Ben, that Kevin does have a disguise right now from last time.
Right.
Just in case we come across somebody that might.
Yeah,
thank you.
He's
got the armor and the hat.
My friend Peter, I feel like I owe you a debt for you basically paid for my end with your a trinket that you had. And I pull a pair of gloves out of my pack, and my hand floats across and hands them to you. I say, I'm not sure if this will come quite in the same, will serve you quite in the same manner, but it may, they may come in handy nonetheless. And I will bestow upon you the gloves of dexterity, if that's okay with my friends.
I look over to Edward. He just did that so casually. Just said, "Yeah," as my hand floats over. Guys,
He's already used to it.
it's been like not even an hour.
That was really cool.
It's still freaky looking.
Hey, I mean, I almost got. I
forgot you could do that.
I will gratefully accept. I think just having something else like another magical trinket on my person is nice.
There you go. Well, yeah, and I give you my deepest thanks for the payment you paid.
What do these gloves look like? I'm imagining like leather fingerless gloves, or like.
I think they're like a really fine silk that I think it would almost seem like, and I would guess just because they're, and Ben, feel free to correct me, but I think being like the tools of a thief, as you wear them, they may almost come to the point where you can't actually tell that you're wearing them, because they allow you to, they give you that manual dexterity advantages as well. That would be my guess, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, cool.
I hand them to you. They look like a nice pair of leather gloves, but then you put them on, all of a sudden they're just like your hands. Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Oh wait, hold up! And I take the Hot Topic tag that's still on him, and I tear it off. Now you're good.
If you can post the effect, that way I can write that down.
Yeah,
in my...
I'll find that for you, bro.
Oh, you're gonna like it.
Are these the gloves that
Scuzz had? Yes.
Scuzz had the gloves. It's the gloves of thievery. That's what they're actually called.
Oh, is that what it is? Gloves of thievery? I'm sorry, I wrote
Yeah.
dexterity thievery.
Yeah, actually, Peter, and I pull the bodies back, and I point to the goblin. That goblin, his name was Scuzz, had these gloves before you, so now they're yours.
Well, you know what they say about small races. We stick together.
I was gonna make a size joke, so thank you.
You might want to wipe them off first.
I'm sure your friend will look out for me.
This looks
I would only ask that you maybe don't use them against our friends here, and only nonetheless until it's too late, my friend. But
well, wearing them, you get a +5 bonus to dexterity sleight of hand checks. Oh man,
there you go.
I believe also lockpicking too.
+5 is huge.
Oh, that it said. It says here.
Oh,
so
never
as
mind.
you guys load up the, go ahead, Edward.
No, I was just gonna say I'm pretty sure that lockpicking uses sleight of hand. So if it bonuses to sleight of hand, then you would use it for picking locks.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. Good call.
Yeah.
We're both right, Bodhi. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unity.
We all got there. I got the name. Y'all got the skills. We got the stuff. We're good.
And Joel got him.
And Joel's got the gloves.
I'll take it gladly. Gloves of thievery.
Gloves of thievery.
Yeah, no, they're good ones. Those are good.
Well, for the lack of that's right. There's no horses. So I'm dragging this cart of zombies, or just like dead corpses, just as a beast of burden, with a zombie sitting on top of it, with the stirrups in his hand that I have put around my shoulders. I'm just gonna start trudging along because I'm sure these guys can catch up with me.
As Darian's kind of getting himself situated to pull this cart, I'm gonna grasp onto this my holy emblem that serves my patron, and recite some words of magic. And just in front of me materializes this majestic looking elk with like kind of a dark brown hue to its fur, and it's got really long antlers that are not the color that you would assume when you see, like, horns and things, but they're almost like a dark crimson. And I'll mount this elk as I cast I'll cast a fine steed.
Here it is.
So I'm trudging along, and I see an elk. Like, Oh, it's gonna help pull the. Oh, he's riding it. Right.
He's gonna ride it.
Moving on.
I will.
The elk's not strong anyway. I doubt it could.
I will
pull as
protect
much
you
as I
in your endeavors, but I may not help. You'll forgive me for that, but
That's all right. That's what I'm here for.
That's all right, Desperado. I'm a
on the
little
cart?
bit uncomfortable with this situation as well, says Commander Hawkins. Nonetheless, it should be worth it to keep Lady Jude off of our backs.
I think that is a welcome plan. I think. Huh?
Yes, I do. I that is the greater good of the situation.
I hope as we manage to return to our realm that perhaps her touch on us will go away, if not at least be diminished.
And so I would have you guys set forth on the Trail of Dead, and you pass several familiar landmarks, the geysers spewing scalding hot water from the earth, and then you come to the large clearing where there's mostly just gravel, and the valley of dry scales to the right of you, and you venture beyond that as you've been informed that this cave is past this valley, and easily enough you find it. Peter is familiar enough with this realm that you come upon what appears to be a vast cliff face reaching up to the clouds above, disappearing into these clouds as it is still raining, water falling like a mist here. And the mouth of this cave is, about 20 feet wide and maybe 30 feet tall. Enough clearance for this actually rather large wagon to pass through. It is dark within, and you smell a foul odor emanating from this cave, like the smell of death. You're quite familiar with that, having just, gathered so many corpses from the Trail of Dead.
Is the opening dull enough that I'm able to stay mounted, Ben, or should I dismount and walk with next to my new friend?
The cave is about 30 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
It seems as though it has been almost, burrowed out by some creature. Roughly hewn walls and ceiling, and a rather level ground, although it is pocked with stones, large and small. Within the cave, it is damp, and the floor is quite muddy.
As we get there, I might actually dismount for a moment and just inspect the ground and to see if I can maybe figure out what might have created it or what sort of beast might lair here.
Can I look around and see a similar thing, but can I sniff around for it?
Yes. So both of you would like perception checks. Would that match what your intentions are?
Yes.
It could be perception. It could be like a survival thing. I'm not sure if survival can tell you that kind of stuff too. But yeah, something like that, Ben, for sure.
And I have advantage on perception checks based on smell.
Okay. How about?
So I specifically asked to sniff it
sure.
out.
Absolutely. Yes, perception probably would be fine.
Cool. It might take the time and use guidance on this. If that's all right too.
Very good.
Oh, jeez. Terrible roll with advantage. 14.
Better. I didn't. I got 10.
Got a little pollen in there. Excuse me.
You see rather large fungal growths along the walls, but Edward, the stench of death here is strange and almost, wafting out on the air. You don't see any dead or any corpses, although as you do, approach the entrance here, you see within a body of armor, a suit of armor, picked clean, and nobody within it. Edward, will you let me see what this would be. Make for me just an intelligence check, if you would.
Sure. Let's
Your
give that
best.
a go.
It's your best.
I forgot to turn off my advantage. Sorry. Hey, 21.
Okay.
Feeling pretty smart today, guys.
You
Looking
know,
smart.
with this overwhelming stench of death, you have heard of creatures that are... They actually seek to feast upon the dead, and because they eat rotting flesh and bodies, they give off the scent of the dead, and they're large creatures that appear somewhat like centipedes, but more like the experiment of some mad wizard gone wrong.
Okay. Do I see? I mean, the smell is definitely there. Do we notice any other telltale signs of this sort of creed? Do I see any like scrapes on the walls or anything where something like that might have burrowed through, or anything else?
At this point, you don't see any other sign of them, but you know that they often climb upon the walls and ceilings like spiders. So you can relay this to the group, and so if you guys take measures to look for these creatures, you'll have advantage because of your knowledge.
Yeah, keep your eyes all about. Right.
Yeah, I'll back up a little bit into, because I'm assuming like Desperado and I sort of went a little ahead of the other two to check stuff out.
Sure.
So as I start to put those pieces together, I'll kind of take a step back. I'll put my hand on Desperado's chest and sort of walk him back with me, just to get to the rest of them, and then I'll tell them what I know of what might exist in there. It's like so whatever it is that's in there, it will try to kill us and feast upon our bodies. So we can go in, but it will be with a fight.
All right. Well, there.
I don't know. There's usually more than one at a time too.
How are you all feeling after our last encounter with that weird carnivorous zombie eating thing?
I'm fine. I'm doing pretty good.
I'm a little beat up, but I can still fight.
Okay, same. I'm a little bit beat, but I'm not exactly what I would say as fresh, but I'm not on.
No,
same. Okay.
If I could get a little bit of a touch up on healing from anyone, if you have that, because I might lose my mind if I get hit again.
I can up there for sure.
Have we gotten a short rest in between the last fight that we had, or did we sort of just go right into this?
The three of you, other than Durian, can benefit from a short rest. Durian is hauling this huge load, so it's labor intensive.
Okay.
The three of you are walking.
So I can throw a couple of hip dice for that real quick then?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
okay, then I probably
asking.
won't need the healing. Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Sorry.
Well, we'll find out in a second.
That's not that one.
During the
one hit dice as well.
During the trek over, I offered to anyone
Come on! Oh!
There's some real bloated bodies in the bag. I'm sure if you put enough of them together, you can make like a mattress of sorts. Some like padding to like sleep on. You want to take a little nap?
I will not defile the dead in that manner, Durian. I'm a bit surprised.
I'll also use my
It's all right.
Channel Harness Divine Power to get some spell slots back for.
Honest with you, I'm not used to smelling bloated bodies this close.
And as the group of you enter the cave, the smell intensifies. Not only from the cart of bodies that you're pulling, but from something within this cavern.
I I wanted to stop, go up to the guy who's riding in the seat of the carriage, and I want to take both of his arms or both of his hands and make him like grasp around a torch and kind of like tie his hands together and then light the torch, so that there's a light source in the cave as we go through. I don't know if it'll shine super bright or if it will be effective, but maybe if these things like eating dead people, they probably like the dark and they might not like the light. Who knows?
Right.
Oh.
How are you feeling, Edward?
I think I'll be okay. I'm good. In fact, thinking we're going to go ahead and get ready. Shall I put on my ball gown?
I just have one small question for you before. Did you wouldn't happen to have had any arrows? Did you? I forget if you were carrying a bow. I don't see.
Actually, well, I have a crossbow. I have bolts.
I have a bow. I got 6 arrows.
Ah, do you need them?
I got javelins, so probably not.
Do you mind if I take your arrows? When we get to a place, I will replenish my own and yours as well.
Go for it. I give you 6 arrows. I stole these off of somebody. I can't even remember where I got them.
Well, thank you for that. Now I have 14 arrows now.
Thank you for keeping track of that, Jason. And remember that after an encounter, rules as written says you can recoup half of the ammunition that you fire. So
cool. Yeah. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you can just assume that you can go ahead and do that each time if you need to.
Okay. I won't bother asking. I'll just keep keep a mental note of how many I use and.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
I would like to, as we're going in, you said the smell was starting to kind of intensify as we were going in.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I would like to go ahead and use my hybrid transformation and get into doggy form, and also activate my Crimson Right, my Right of the Frozen, on my unarmed weapons.
Very
the
nice.
shift, the transformation lasts for an hour, so I think I should be okay. And the right lasts until I put the weapon down, which I literally cannot do. So.
Okay.
Chris, what does this transformation look like? I want to imagine it.
Nice question.
I've explained it. Oh man, I cut myself deep. I cut it deep, guys. Ooh, it hurts.
Oh, I think you hit an artery.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blood.
Big squirt.
Yeah, he tries to because we're trying to be somewhat, sneaky in here. So it's not the big show that Edward usually does, where he just sort of unleashes and screams and everything. So he kind of hides himself. He moves back behind the cart and lets you all get a little bit further away from him. And he sort of muscle that, but even trying to keep it quiet, because you can hear his bones like cracking and reforming, and the grunts, and like even though he tries to stifle it, it's still very painful. And then when he gets up, he's like, all right, and he drags his claw across his chest to activate, and he plucks a little TB. He's like,
So, whoops.
Okay, it's fine, Ooh,
I'm imagining the sounds of like deboning a chicken.
Yeah, kinda like that.
Oof.
I'm gonna lay a hand on you, Edward, briefly. Knowing that you were hurt before, and then you just hurt yourself some more. Come on, roll. He cure wounds for 7 hit points.
Oh, okay, that's great.
And so, as the group of you trek into this dark cavern, you see that there's a dense fog ahead. Perhaps 60, 70 feet into the cave now, and it hangs over your path. You see giant fungus growing from the walls, and then also from the ground around what looks like a rancid pool of water in the corner ahead.
Can I try to firebolt one of these fungus clusters to see if I can burn away the spores?
Yes. As you
Somebody's been playing Baldur's Gate 3. No.
Release a firebolt against these, You aim at one upon the wall near the entrance to the cave, and it withers and shrivels, and many of the spores, fall ashen from beneath it.
So it does look like it works in this case, right?
It has on these so far. You suspect that this large fungus was rather dry. Perhaps as you delve deeper into the cave, they may be more moist. Perhaps it won't have the same effect.
The one's closer to the decay. Okay.
Right, yeah, just for narrative's sake, you shoot a firebolt at one of the mushrooms growing near the pool within the mist, and it does not have the same effect. It leaves a scar upon it, a burnt scar, but it doesn't do significant damage because of how moist it is.
Well, I'm going to keep pulling the cart, and I'm going to try to avoid the pool of water a little bit, but I'm not going to try and get too close to the other wall with the cart. Kind of do a slight little detour.
And Durian, as you're ahead of the group because you're pulling the cart, you enter this mist, and you feel burning within your throat as you inhale your first breath. Will you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Uh-oh. This could be very good or very bad. It's very good. 26.
Sure, you feel the burning in your throat and recognize that these fumes might, damage someone not as stout as you.
I just say back, it's gonna hurt. Hold your breath. I'm gonna just hack up a loogie on the floor and keep moving.
It's that guy. Still, yeah. Hold your. It only lasts a minute. How we can't see beyond the fog. We can't tell how long it'll take us to get through it, Ben. How this particular area?
The fog seems dense, but you can see through it. I think it would be hard to tell how far the fog goes, simply because you're looking through it. You wouldn't really see an endpoint or a barrier, or you know what I mean,
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Nonetheless,
I am to momently speak a word to my patron lady, and I'm gonna bless myself, Edward, and Peter, because it looks like Durian's got a handle behind this thing, but a blessing that might help us deal with this fog, this in the air, this smell, this stench.
Okay.
It lasts a minute, so hopefully we can try and push through.
I mean, you guys can run. I'm carrying a cart.
And so, essentially, the group of you hold your breath, try to rush through the gathering mist.
Yes. Although, I think we're still trying to keep an eye. This seems like a great pinch point and a great place for a trap.
Sure. Will you guys make perception checks, please, as you rush through, trying to avoid these dangerous fumes? And this can be made with advantage if you wish.
If we wish.
Yes, the threat has already been identified, so please do make them with advantage.
Ignore my.
Ooh.
Ignore the one.
Ooh, you don't need it.
24. Yeah, ignore the guidance. I'll turn that off.
All right, I got a dirty 20 on mine, but I think Desperado's got this one in the bag.
Well, I got a 16.
19 for me.
Okay. You rush through this gathering mist. It seems to be emanating from the rancid pond, and you see a large figure, different in texture from the roof of the cave. And just as you come out the other side of this cloud of mist, it is directly above you. The ceiling being 30 feet, and then this creature's large form, adding another 7-8 feet to the ceiling. It looks like, what Edward had described, just a large centipede remaining rather still. And as you catch sight of it, you notice small tentacles moving ever so slightly.
Ways to
There it
try and
is.
drop on it. My friends. As we do, I'll make sure I point out to them, Ben.
Yeah, can we try to be sneaky?
Oh, can we?
We haven't. It hasn't spotted us or anything yet that we can tell, right?
It hasn't seemed to have reacted to your presence yet, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if we could, that's a smart idea, Edward. Let's try and.
Yeah, we should try.
About how far away is it from us, like horizontally?
Well, just as you clear the mist, it comes into sight. So, you've pulled the wagon, partially out of the mist here. It's about 10 feet in front of you, directly above you.
I bet it's going to drop as soon as the bodies get underneath it.
Maybe, what if we took, like, one of the bodies and, like, bait? Just tossed it out to try to bait it out. And then it pounces, and then we attack.
I can do that. I'll go grab a body from the back. I'll pick a juicy one, and I'll smell it for nice rot, and I'll get ready to throw it.
I can help him. We can each grab like an arm and a leg and sort of
like
swoosh it. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Okay.
Did you just call a body juicy?
Yeah, a nice juicy rotty one. It's got some nice pus in the pus sacs for it to feast on. Little cream.
And you guys, just to confirm, can you guys see the map that I've revealed to you?
Yes.
Okay. If you want to drag out and replace your tokens, you can do so. Just put them.
Yeah, all I see is a black screen, so I think I need to.
Beautiful.
Nope, still can't see anything. I don't think I had.
I see.
I dragged another token out, but.
Oh, do you see him? Do you see the token you dragged out? No. Okay.
Nope.
Sorry, let me fix that.
Can't see anything at all.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see.
Durian, you can't see anything?
Oh no, I can. I can see. I can see and control my character.
Yep, same.
No,
Okay.
I can see clearly now.
The rain gone?
The rain it still lingers outside the cave, though. Actually.
Sorry, Ben. It's all black still for me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see.
But can we see all the obstacles in our way?
Oh, I have dark vision, so yeah.
I don't know anything else with the song. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you, Edward and Durian, are kind of just offering as a sacrifice one of the corpses you set down upon the ground near the wall where the this carrion crawler is hanging. Do I have that right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, one of the corpses of someone who we have no emotional or personal attachment to whatsoever.
That is especially juicy.
That's the juiciest one that we don't have any attachment to.
The creature moves rather quickly down the wall, not hindered by, the verticality of its movement, and it quickly pounces upon the corpse, starting to devour it. But as that happens, you see another one of these massive creatures crawl down the wall, and from around the corner it emerges, its tentacles flailing in the air, and you have caught its attention. As the one seeks to devour the corpse, that meal is not large enough for the both of them. If you guys would all please roll initiative.
Should have thrown two.
I mean, we can offer another one.
There's no time, man.
Oh, 5.
Ooh, nat 20 again.
Yeah, you do, bro.
That makes sense because I'm already in werewolf form and something is coming at us. So
you are prepared.
He would go full feral.
Sure. Edward, you can act first. The one closest to you is preoccupied by the corpse that you have offered, but again, you do see a second carrion crawler approaching from behind it.
Okay, so I am going to. Oh man, you know what? I need to make another. I need a werewolf token to switch out, but that's okay. I am going to charge right up to the one that's coming at us, and just meet it head on with a attack as soon as I get up to it.
Okay.
It's just a good old unarmed strike. Oh, forgot to turn off the advantage. Ignore that. That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
And blessed.
Oh yeah, and I'm blessed.
That'll
hashtag blessed. Okay. Oh, and I've got my crimson right. Okay, I gotta make sure I got everything active. All right. So first attack is 8 points of slashing damage plus 4 points of cold damage.
Okay.
We're gonna do another unarmed strike. 17 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay, cool. 10 points of damage total on that one. And then because I'm in doggy form, I get a bonus action attack with my unarmed strike as well.
Wow.
So we're gonna swing that out for a 15 to hit.
Will hit. Will hit.
Oh, okay. This thing's pretty easy to get to. That's cool. And that will be. Oh, that's a good roll. Okay. Math. 13 points of damage on that one.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, like, as it's like charging in, flavor wise, that first strike is Edward just gets down on like all fours and launches himself and just meets it head to head and just headbutts it in to stop it, and then starts slashing at it.
Sure, and you hear a crack from its skull as its forehead is split open, and it actually starts leaking a strange pus from its face. And
blood on Edward's head too.
The creature is effectively bloodied.
And then I just stand there menacingly.
After Edward is Desperado.
I'll gonna basically draw my bow and knock a couple arrows and see if I can put a couple arrows into this furthest carrion crawler. Well, because that's the first one is kind of taking the bait.
Yes.
I'll put a couple arrows into the one that my friend Edward has just attacked. Let's do this. Just gotta turn on the bless. Sorry guys, 1 second. There it is. Okay, here we go. 2 longbow shots. Gonna be a 13 and a 19 to hit.
Wow. Okay, 2 hits. Yeah, this creature is large, a large, easy target.
So it's gonna be. That's 15 piercing damage all day.
And this creature is on its last legs, badly injured, but still there.
Its last legs. Nice.
Got a lot of legs
though. Will that be all from Desperado?
That's all from me. I'll stay where I'm perched. Yeah.
Next is Peter.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna cast Hex on the one that hasn't been attacked yet.
Okay.
So it's gonna be. I just posted it on the chat, and then I'm gonna use my action to try to hide if I can. And I'm gonna hex its wisdom, so it has disadvantage on any perception abilities.
Does Peter have a spellcasting focus, or is he using a good old-fashioned bag of components?
I do actually. I have a wand
that
I keep on me. It's like I got like a holster on my belt and everything. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm gonna try to hide from it.
Okay.
And if there is no other cover, I can use my allies. Thanks to being a halfling.
Sure, you can use your allies, or the wagon would provide enough cover. It's up to you.
Perfect. If I can behind the wagon or even underneath it.
You can try to hide underneath the front of it. If you move around to the back, you will be within that caustic mist. So.
I won't go all the way to the back, but if I can try to hide beneath it, that'd be great.
Sure. Yeah, just underneath the front of it. You can make a stealth check if you wish.
As a halfling, I get to reroll once. Thankfully.
Okay, yeah, that was a 1, but a 10 is a 1.
So 19. That's much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. As the one creature feasts, it senses the violence around it, and if you guys would please, both of you that offered the corpse to this, will you make animal handling checks?
Oh, okay.
And we'll see how this creature reacts.
Why not?
To what's going down.
7.
Okay.
It's okay. I got this. 15.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna roll a contest of a wisdom check. Okay, and
at disadvantage because of hex.
That's for perception-based wisdom, right? Am I right on
It's
that?
it's all
It's-
wisdom.
It's all wisdom,
only
yeah.
on
Oh.
it's only on checks, skill checks. Saving throws not.
Okay. Thank you. Oh wow. Okay, hex came in handy there then.
Good
Came
job.
to an 8.
Phew.
The creature, uses its 4 tentacles to lift the corpse, and it scurries up the wall quickly. And
Oh my
continues
god, well
feasting up
played,
there.
guys.
No way, dudes.
Nice.
Well played. Good move.
Darian and I high five.
Sick.
No,
one
we
in-
predator high five.
Of course.
The one on its last legs thrashes out at Edward. Many tentacles trying to surround you with a 17 to hit.
That is my armor class right now.
Okay.
I forgot to change my background, but I am at 17.
Okay. You will take 3 poison damage. Please make a Constitution saving throw as you feel these tendrils releasing a poison upon you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
So
you're able.
23.
You're able to free yourself from these tentacles quickly. However, the creature's gaping maw is right there, and it does try to bite you with a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, take 7 piercing damage.
I'll take it. Wait.
The creature.
I'm resistant to piercing damage. I almost forgot.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
While I'm in my hybrid form, I'm basically a barbarian.
Very cool. Fitting. And so 3 piercing damage. This creature tries to flee. It hopes to survive. It crawls haggardly to the wall and begins to climb up. Edward, if you wish, you can make an attack of opportunity if you have a reaction.
Yes, I do, and yes, I would, and yes, I will.
Blam.
25.
No, 25 will hit.
11 points of damage.
Right, and you cut this thing's legs out from under it. It falls, just looking like a big dead slug in the middle of the cave here.
I immediately look up in the direction that the other one crawled away at.
Sure. The other one is making quick work of this corpse, so you will need to, hurry past it if you wish to continue to take advantage of this distraction that you guys have engineered.
We either leave now or we fight the other one.
I'll mount up on my steed, and it has a 50-foot move, so I'll use it to move quicker.
I'll start pushing.
Okay.
Look at Edward or Peter on the cart.
Yeah, I was gonna say I move quickly from underneath the cart to on top of the cart again.
Like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So you rush past, and this carrion crawler seems content, at least for the moment, to focus on devouring this corpse.
Maybe when it finishes that one, it'll eat its friend.
Ooh, brutal.
Hey, man.
Hey, dude,
Probably
it's a
true.
bug, you know?
It's a carrion crawler, eat carrion crawler world out there, man.
Yeah.
That's a juicy meal, too. That's a
That's
huge
juicy.
bug.
Can you guys provide me your
Juiciness?
your passive perception?
My character's juicy scale is no.
If we're doing
I'm
charisma,
12,
no.
Ben.
14.
13.
Uh,
We do ours is it's 8 plus.
8 plus
Yeah,
skill, right?
Yeah. It's
that's
13.
that's a whole 9 for me.
9?
Not a
You don't have one
perceptive
at
guy.
It's just so crazy. Every D&D character has perception. That here's such a low scores. Crazy.
As you approach, you rush past, pulling the wagon of what no doubt is an even more enticing big meal for this carrion crawler. You see again before you a large wall of mist. This mist appears to be more dense. as the path kind of disappears within there. But as you approach, you hear just the faint ripple of water to the side of you, as if something large moving through water. But before you have a chance to look, a javelin flies through the sky. Edward, this will be aimed at you.
Okay. Javelin.
An 18.
18 will hit.
And you will take 4 piercing damage. Another javelin flies through the eyes, through the sky, and Edward, you see this one easily as it's flying towards Desperado.
And what?
Desperado, will a 14 hit?
14. I just managed to strafe as on the back of my elk friend.
Sure. And as these javelins fly through the air, you connect that with the sound to your right, and you look and see scaled heads, upper torsos emerging from the pool in the cave. And there are lizard folk there that have just thrown these javelins at you. If you would please roll initiative.
Oh.
Reinitiating.
Big as a group that we can see, Ben.
You've seen 2 at this point, both of them having thrown these javelins.
That's a 12 for me.
Edward is hopping to go, man.
I'm not in combat at all. I'm just pushing this cart.
HATTOGO.
I'm just doing my job. You guys got this. Just lizard people. Nothing crazy.
I like to think it's not even a threat. It doesn't register as a threat to Durian. That's why he's so relaxed about it.
The moment they start hitting me, I will. But until then, I'm all right.
And so again, Edward, as you said, you are ready to fight. You can act first.
Like an NPC.
I'm just gonna take a step up 1 square here to the shore. I'm assuming I can reach this one from there.
Yes.
Okay. Edward's gonna charge right over and just be like, "Why did you throw that at me?" And attack.
What's bless?
I'm guessing. I don't know if bless is still on at this point. But well, no, I guess we went right back into combat. So I'll leave that.
I mean, I've ticked off. This would be the 4th round of it, based on our move.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, then I will tack on a D4 here real quick.
Okay.
Does the 14 hit?
The creature pulls its shield out of the water.
Okay, but what if it was a 15 though?
It goes just past his shield and it hits.
Dang it! Oh yes. Okay.
Yes, it hits.
Everyone, 15 is the AC of these poor lizard people.
Blessed, guys.
Ooh.
Blessed.
Nice. So that's 15 on the first strike.
Sure.
We're eviscerating these guys.
That's gonna miss. That's only a 12, and then I get my bonus action attack.
You didn't roll the bless on that last one though, did you? Or did you? You did.
Did.
9.
Yeah, I did.
The creature is only quick enough to block one of these strikes.
Ooh.
That second one that lands will be 12 points of damage.
Wow. You slay it outright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I make that first strike, and then when I swing in the second one, it blocks with the shield, and that just like hisses Edward off. So he grabs the shield, pulls the thing in, and stabs it with his claws.
The lizard folk falls face down in the water, and just floats. After Edward is Desperado.
From the mount from my elk, I'll knock 2 arrows into this one that flanks the one that my friend Edward just dropped, and see if I can put a couple of arrows into it.
Desperado, kill this guy.
Don't quite hit as hard as that's going to be a 22 and a 23.
Both
But
shots
I don't
are
quite
true.
hit as hard.
Ooh.
17 total, Ben.
Wow.
Here's some-
And the lizard folk is bloodied and it begins to bleed into the pool of water, badly injured. Will that be all?
I'll just step back ever so slightly. Have my friend move me back a little bit, but I'll stay here.
Okay. And just, as you guys can see marked on the map where the mist is, just keep that in mind too for where your movement is. You just find yourself right on the border of it, so you're still safe.
I'm okay where I am?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
next
cool.
is
Yeah.
Peter.
Gonna cast a quick cantrip at it.
Okay.
Just a quick bolt of flame.
I see.
And this is gonna be at a plus 1d4 from Bless as well.
Okay.
Hashtag blessed.
So plus
blessed.
1d4. I'm assuming that's a hit.
24 will hit,
Yeah.
yes. Your firebolt
Okay.
strikes true.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What will 18 do, Ben?
And the lizard folk is engulfed in flames. It gasps for breath but cannot find any breathable air. And fire goes down its throat. It's slain.
This is like the escort mission in a game that you've played like 20 times, and so you just know all the spawns, and so the guy doesn't stop. Just keeps moving.
If you guys would, as you have stopped to fight, the carrion crawler has completed devouring this corpse, and it looks about hungrily, its head turning towards the cart. We'll break initiative and leave it to you guys.
How many corpses we got on this cart?
A couple dozen, I imagine. A lot. Not
I think we
reflected
need a
by the
lot,
scant
right? So-
amount of bones pictured, but yeah, it's piled high with corpses as
Yeah.
Liam requested.
Okay. Well, Edward notices the carrion because he's been trying to keep an eye on it as things have been happening. So after the other lizard folk died, he would again same as before. Immediately he looks up and he notices that thing just like finishing off that meal and looking for its next piece. And he's not even gonna ask or anything. He's just gonna jump onto the back of the cart and just put a foot into one of the corpses on the top and just kick it off of the cart, just roll it
Okay.
down off the pile, and then turn and look at Durian and be like, go.
I even went like stopped to go get ready to fight. I've just been pushing the entire time.
And Edward, please make a handle animal check for me.
I gotta do an animal handling check to get Durian to do something. Jeez, I mean, I know his intelligence isn't very high.
Look,
but
I
that's
know I'm
just
like a beast
rude.
of burden right now, but this is ridiculous.
No, we'll use that
Just
check
ask
to
nicely.
resolve the carrion crawler's reaction to this.
Is it still hexed? I guess still hexed. Technically?
Yes, it is. It lasts for an hour.
Take it.
And also, I'm blessed. I mean, it doesn't apply to the roll, but like, I am still blessed.
Still hashtag blessed. Look at that.
I feel hashtag blessed
Oh wow!
by the hex.
That comes in handy actually, as as far as the hex, it beats out the carrion crawlers too, and the carrion crawler goes for the decoy for the single corpse rather than the large, luscious meal of the wagon of corpses. And
Feeding.
as you move forward, you see just a small scaled bald head emerge from the pool and disappear. You just see two slits of eyes ever so briefly, as there must be another lizard folk within that pool of water.
Smart.
It learned,
to pop up.
it learned a lesson though, did it?
His two friends popped up. Didn't even get a chance to fight, just died, and just like, oh, okay.
And so, having requested that Durian rush forward, you have said that you do so.
Oh yeah, I'm not stopping at all. Everyone else has this handled. This is a breeze, easy for me.
Okay. And the group of you then rush forward.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have my elk basically like sprint me through the mist as quickly as possible to the other side.
Okay.
And I'm staying on the back of the cart, looking behind us for anything that finishes its meal that comes chasing.
Very good. As you rush through the large gathering of mist, and you round the corner in the cave, you see a handful of the same lizard creatures standing on the shore of the water, just outside of the mist. Do you confirm that you continue trying to clear the mist and just approach these creatures?
Yeah, I'm not stopping. I'm just gonna go.
Sure.
I'd rather
I'm
deal
looking
with lizard
backwards,
people.
so I don't know.
I'd rather deal with lizard people than this weird centipede thing behind us.
You know, everybody's wits are about them, and this is a clear threat. They've already made their intentions known, and you know they are raising javelins and chanting words of magic as you approach. So if everybody would please do me a favor, roll initiative again.
How many of them were in there?
You see 5 of them ahead as you round the corner.
Okay.
And 3 of them with javelins hoisted. The other 2, again, speaking words of magic.
How far are we from them before we can see them?
Essentially rounding the corner. Sorry, I'll adjust your tokens to where they would be.
Okay.
Peter, did you hop on top of the wagon, or you're...
I am on top of the wagon. I'm too slow to keep up with these guys otherwise.
Sure.
I am also on the wagon.
Durian's pulling the wagon, and all you are just riding on it.
I've got us on round 6 of the Blessed Ben. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's okay with me. Absolutely.
Just kind of tracking by our movements, like as rounds, basically.
It's okay, Durian. I only weigh 40 pounds.
Yeah, you're nothing to me. I hate you.
I'm
so
you guys are all holding your breath as you go through the mist, I'm assuming, as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and so let's just take a brief break there. It's a little early for our break, but let's do it. And the game will resume in 12 minutes on the video feed. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's good.
All right.
So far, so good, guys. GG so far.
Yeah.
We're killing it.
Dude,
Sound
the
of my
lichen
hammer
thing.
striking an anvil echoes across the room as Cyrus Hammerhand steps forward. Sturdy boots heavy against the stone floor. His broad, muscular frame is covered in soot, the marks of countless hours at the forge. His gruff voice is steady, like the rhythmic pounding of a blacksmith. Ah, so you're curious about me, eh? Name's Cyrus Hammerhand. I come from Mount Hammer, the finest mountain you'll ever lay your eyes on. Raised in the forge, you could say. My hands, these hands, aren't just for shaking or holding a mug. They were made for shaping, crafting, making something that'll last. For years, I worked the forge. Hammered steel, shaped the finest weapons and armors you could ever ask for. There was no finer craftsman in the mountain, and that's the truth. But somewhere along the way, I saw the world around me. I realized that the work I was doing, the tools, the weapons, the armor, it was all for the wrong reasons. The world was raging, just like the fires in my forge after a long day's work. People fighting over petty things, kingdoms crumbling, lives shattered. I knew I had to do something. Fixing the world needed more than just hammers and anvils. It needed hands, steady hands, to guide it back into balance. So I picked up my hammer, a different kind of tool, a holy symbol of Brahm, the true forger and my guide. I'm still a craftsman at heart, don't get me wrong, but now my craft is more than just metal. It's people. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, but that's what I do. I fix things. I heal the wounds of the world, one hammer blow at a time, until it's whole again. And if you're ready to join me, well, there's always room for a few more hands in the forge.
Hey, yeah, how you doing? Scuzz is my name. I mean, I got a simple sort of life, sort of at the beginning. You know, I was born one of triplets, the youngest one. I got my brothers Scud and Skull. Pretty cool guys. Skull's a pretty tough fella. He's he's a tough guy. But Scud's cool though. He's a nice one. Anyway, Scud always had the brains, and Skull always had sort of the brawn, and I was always sort of just like the other one. I've eventually sort of found my way though in our basic little goblin raiding clans is what the goblins do that can't really do much else of anything. So that's where I found myself doing some little raids, a little pillaging here and there, until one day I found this lovely little deck of cards amongst some things. Dug through one of the cards, started looking at them, went to pluck one out, and this other goblin fella in the raid group, he snatched him out from me, and he pulled one of the cards out. You know, that card turned into a beautiful, like, magical sword. He started swinging it around, started acting all tough about it, and showing off and everything. And somebody else grabs another one of the cards. He pulls one out, and you know. But that one was weird though, because he pulled that one out, and this weird demon guy popped out and just smashed him, and then vanished. Strangest thing I ever saw. So I finally get the cards back. I pluck one out, and it just poof disappears out of nowhere. I felt this like weird sort of feeling in my brain, but like it didn't really do anything. And until later on that day, because for some reason I kept thinking to myself like something's weird about this, but I just too dang stupid to understand it. So I finally was just like, golly, I wish I knew what that thing was. And I wish I was just smart enough to understand how this magic stuff sort of works. And next thing I knew, it all made sense. I started seeing the weave, you know, the magical energy of the world, but like seeing as it functions, like mechanically. And I'm able to manipulate it in these different ways now. I don't know why that wish I made sort of came true, like a magical sort of thing. Anyway, so after that happened, I left the clan. I did a little time as a doing a little merchant shopping or little merchant working, a little maintenance upkeep, things like that, and eventually found my way into adventuring. You know, there's a lot of money in there. A lot of people need things and do that sort of thing, and you sort of help people out a little bit. So that's what I do now. I'm for hire if you need me too, by the way.
I was with my pa in the woods, hunting for food on a long trip away from home. I was gored by a boar, and I was a little confused, and I was very sad. I took his book he scratched letters into, and so I could learn more about him. He didn't really talk a lot about anything. He was an orc of few words. I took his book, and I headed to find someone smart that could help me understand what all these letters mean and what words they make. Nobody seemed to understand or make sense of the scratches except a mage who was up and coming, and, you know, he seemed like he could help me understand what was going on here. He said he could cast a spell that would help me learn, but it costs a lot of money, and I didn't have any money. So I went to go north to the New World in search of knowledge or money, and the first place I got to was a nice farm run by a nice old couple, the Hopkins. The man of the farm who ran it, he would give me some of his free time when he had it to help me learn how to read Common, which was, you know, not what was in my father's book, as I learned later. But he couldn't give me all his time, so he had his son Kevin teach me. He was nice. He was pretty mean sometimes, but it was a good experience. Soon after, I left the farm to go wander and look for other orcs that, you know, that have been spotted, and then maybe I could learn from them. I got some help from a small little goblin named Glasses. I helped him out once when he's getting stomped by some orcs, and some other goblins, and I asked him if he's seen any other orcs running around, and he seemed to let me know whenever he was in the area. I met some okay people I went to go do some jobs with, and then I just stuck with him when all my leads ran empty. There was a dwarf, a goblin guy, and like a weird wood elf that spoke funny. But cool.
So usually these sorts of stories begin with a young, jovial character thrust into a life-changing scenario, setting them on some kind of unplanned trajectory. But they aren't usually embarrassing or humiliating. Oh wait, my apologies. I should introduce myself first. I'm Desperado Phineas Theos, the third of my name, after my grandfather and my great-great-grandfather. My older brother, Silverado, you might have heard of him. He did some pretty great things for the people of Gira. He left some time ago, a few years ago now. Hasn't been heard from in quite a while. Our home, our village, sits within the Redwood Forest, just on the edge of Dunsmuir Lake. Anyway, Silverado's leaving home for me was really tough. I thought we'd be in the forest together forever, our families growing up together. But after he set off, I realized I needed to find my place in this world too. I just wasn't sure what that looked like. I wasn't sure what that might be. And my friends and I, we spent most of our time just messing around on the shores of the Dunsmuir, like any, young elf might do. When we weren't in school or training, that is. Usually these times on the lake were involved the weird games, always involved lots of wine. Not the junk from around here, the good stuff, good elven stuff. But on one sunny afternoon, everything kind of changed for me. It was a day like any other. It was sunny. It was nice. We were on the lake between swigs of wine, knots of the good bread. Wine was a bit off. We paid it no mind though. It didn't matter. But I'll never forget that giggling, cackling sound. It still haunts me. We were laying there with our dipping our toes in the water, staring at the sky. Those days when you're just trying to avoid the world and that's catching up to you. It was one of those times, all of a sudden I began to realize something was amiss. Not quite right. I couldn't wiggle my toes, my fingers, I couldn't turn my head. I couldn't move my arms or legs. I wasn't quite sure what had happened. None of us could move. But we could see and we could hear quite well. I could hear really well. You know how they say when you lose one sense, all your other sense are heightened. They're very right. The dancing and the laughing and cackling sound all around us. I couldn't tell what they were. I found out later from my father they're called bogles, tricksy little fey creatures. Anyway, they took everything. They took everything from us: our food, our coins, our clothes, our dignity. By the time I could move again, they were gone. There was no trace of them. There we were on the shore of the Dunsmuir, naked, exposed, robbed, and humiliated. I promised myself I'd never let my guard down like that again, especially around fays. And after that experience, I took my training much more seriously. It opened my eyes to the world and the things that are around us. Nothing is as it seems in our world, and even in times of peace, things can change in an instant, it seems. After the thing with the boggles, I kind of developed this issue with others touching my food. I trained in the community kitchens and learned some really good elven cuisine. I became a pretty accomplished chef, But when I wasn't in the kitchens, instead of spending my time at the lake, I practiced with my bow and my blades. I'd hoped that I wouldn't ever need to use them, but I wanted to be prepared in the event that I did. And it was around that time that the lady in the lake came to me. Apparently, she'd been watching me. I had no idea, but the first time I saw her, she appeared as this regal elven maiden, wearing this fairly pristine sylvan plate mail. She talked to me about how she was ready to take on a champion, someone to carry on her mantle. She would spar with me, and she helped me hone my skills with my bow and my blade. She told me about how she was one of the protectors of my people long ago, a great knight. No idea. She fought in the great battle of the Redwood Forest, the one that gave Redwood its name. She was a real great warrior, and she fought bravely in that battle. She'd eventually fall, but Dunsmuir favored her, and her spirit lives on in the lake. She watches over our kin and in service of him and Dunsmuir. She asked if I could prove my worth. She would empower me to do great things. She asked me to seek out one of Dunsmuir's most faithful followers, my brother, actually, Silverado. She says he's lost but not gone, and that's what brings me here. Kill some lizards.
Okay. And so, you guys are rushing through the caustic mist here, seeming to emanate from these rancid puddles. And before you, as I said, is a small troop of lizard folk. We've rolled initiative. The threat is before you. Peter, you're seated on the wagon. Durian's pulling you. You can act first.
Actually.
He's not acting first, Ben.
Well,
Actually. Well, I'm so far away still. There's not much I can do from here. Let me see. Yeah, even the closest one is pretty far from me. Definitely can't get to these guys. But do I want to risk it? No. Here's what I'm gonna do, Ben. I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
Right over here.
Does it have verbal components?
Give me 1 sec.
You realize if you cast a spell with verbal components, then that's going to lead to you potentially inhaling this mist, essentially.
It does. I'm gonna use a sorcery point to cast it without.
Nice. Cool. Cheater. Love it.
Chris cheering on mute.
Sorry, I freaking love sorcerers. That's why I was saying. I absolutely love sorcerers.
So I'm gonna use subtle casting on this to cast it without any verbal or somatic components.
Very nice.
And again, I'm gonna cast it right between these two, so they're gonna take damage at the start of their turn.
So, okay.
Actually, so that's my action. My bonus action would be to move it into one of their spaces.
Sure,
right?
You can slam it into one of the creatures, yeah.
So I'm gonna do it to the one that's closest. This one.
Okay.
So if you can make a dexterity save.
And if you would place that fireball, it should be in the overlays folder.
I will do that.
Nicely done, man. GG's. Awesome.
Oh, an 8 will not do it.
Will not do it.
Okay, if you'll roll some damage.
2d6.
Ooh.
Ooh. For 9 damage. And that's going to be the last of my second level slots.
Okay. Will that be all, Peter?
So that's my action and bonus action. My move is just to stay on the cart.
Okay. Very good. You're able to keep holding your breath for the time being. After Peter is Durian.
So when I'm pushing this cart, I imagine I'm doing it with both hands on, where the horses would be hooked up at normally, on that little bar in front of me, right? I imagine that's how it would go.
Yes.
So I don't imagine I would be having a shield.
Okay, I think that's safe to say.
In that case, seeing that Peter has thrown a ball of fire ahead of us, and I can kind of see some weird shapes in the past the fog, I'm going to preemptively rage. Or am I just gonna lose it immediately? Because you can rage and you lose it if you If it lasts a minute, ends early if you're knocked unconscious on your turn, or if you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then. So does that mean if I rage this turn, I won't lose it?
If you rage this turn and don't attack, then on your next turn you'll lose it.
Unless I take damage from something.
Right.
Okay, well then in that case, I will, preemptively rage, and I will just have my muscles just like bulk up and like Popeye taking some spinach, and I'm just going to push this cart the rest of the way through.
Sure. I'll allow you to move at half speed. Pulling this cart, you already have the momentum of having it started moving.
I'll get about 20 feet. So right about there.
Okay.
Oh? I mean, I'm not in the fog, so I could actually attack something.
Well done, man.
That works. That looks right. And then I will use all my speed. So I guess I'll just I'll screw it. I'm just gonna chuck a javelin at this guy, who looks a little scorched.
Okay.
And just
Nice.
end it there. I'm just gonna huck one. I'm gonna huck two actually because I have an extra attack. I keep forgetting about that.
I think that's copyright.
Yeah, well, look, we're not a podcast, we're a stream, okay? It's different. A 16 and then a 18.
All right, you spit on that thing, and both of those hit.
So dumb, so stupid. Whatever, Ben.
I couldn't help myself.
I know. I realized as soon as
One
I
all
said
day?
it, I was like, ooh, I don't know if anyone's gonna know what the hell I just said.
Everybody take 1d4 psychic damage.
Everyone takes that, including.
I think I might double. I don't know what you're talking about.
Powerful javelin throws stick into this lizard folk. He's impaled, falls slain in the water.
Nice. All right. I look to the rest of them. Come and try to kill me. I know you want to do it. And I'll end my turn.
Haktua and finish them.
Haktua and finish me. Come on.
Um,
This fog's making me feel a little weird.
Two of these lizard folk wielding javelins and spiked shields rush towards you, Durian. They will try to stab you first. Not at advantage. The 23 will hit.
Yep.
You'll take 5 piercing damage from the first javelin. The second, a 23, will hit.
Yep.
Take 6 piercing damage, and then they swing their spiked shields at you, trying to bludgeon you.
Pixie.
Nope.
And the second spike shield attack. Wow.
Definitely not. For both of those, we're rounding down, right, for resistance.
Right, yeah, so the 6 is 3 and the 5 is 2.
Okay. I'll just take 5 then. Ow. Ow.
Hey, your rage will last, man.
Yeah, so you guys shouldn't use those shields. Those are for defense, not for attacking people.
And the other 2 lizard folk standing in the back gesticulate, chanting words of magic in some... You do not understand Draconic, right? That's Desperado?
Somebody. One
Somebody
of us.
speaks
Oh,
Draconic.
it's Edward, I think. I believe.
Yeah, just Edward.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm muted. Yeah, it's me.
Okay. So you recognize them casting a spell, saying words of magic, and just as quickly, you're quite used to this kind of scene as the lizards' bodies contort and grow, and much in the way that you do. But these lizard folk turn into large crocodiles.
Ooh. Pixie.
Oh, am I gonna get death rolled?
One of the crocodiles lunges forward, trying to bite at you.
Ah! Ah!
Oh no!
Ah!
Hiya!
Oh
Nice crit.
no!
Okay. If you would,
Oh, you wanted them to hit you.
Sorry. So we take the
Max damage plus one.
Plus 1. Okay, thank you. Wow, that's a lot. 23 damage from this crocodile's bite.
All right, that's rounded down to 11. That's not bad. That's not bad.
And it
Absolutely
catches you in its mouth. You're restrained. And the other crocodile rushes forward to take its own bite.
A
A 17.
Wouldn't it
Yeah,
have
I didn't.
advantage?
Yeah, they do have advantage.
Oh, thank you. I'll roll again.
I didn't say I put my shield back on, which was going to be the I did on my next turn. So, it doesn't matter.
19. Okay, you'll take four piercing damage. This one does not grapple you. You can be grappled by one creature at a time, is my understanding. It backs out slightly, having taken this strategic bite at you.
Gonna swing on it.
You can attack while grappled. I think you just have a disadvantage.
Yeah.
He can't move.
Yeah, you can't move.
You can still attack. You can still attack.
I think grappled isn't even disadvantage.
I think it's just your move. You can't move.
Your movement is effectively 0, I believe, is restrained.
Oh, yes, restrained. Grappled is 0. Restrained is the advantaged one. So technically, they didn't have advantage, but it doesn't matter because they would have hit me regardless.
So
that's right.
Restrained
The restraint.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
So go ahead and make your attack of opportunity, please.
Oh, they are. Yeah. You're totally right, Ben. I'm just gonna. 9. I don't suppose a 9 hits a crocodile.
A 9 will not do it. Your warhammer just bounces off the hardened scales of this creature. Edward, let's see here. Nothing, Edward. Nothing. But it is your turn, Edward. Go ahead, please.
Nothing to see.
Gosh, I wonder what that was.
I don't know. It's a mystery.
It's so weird. Who
We'll
could
never
ever
know.
possibly know?
Oh, did this lizard take damage on his turn? Because of the flaming sphere?
He's not next to the sphere. Oh,
He started his turn there.
Yeah, it's got to be
Thank
at the
you.
end of their turn.
Sorry, I keep screwing that up. He should take damage, yeah.
Oh, wait. I thought it was only at the end.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's with they end their turn next to it.
I don't know. It's your spell, man. Who knows?
Ay, caramba.
Any creature that ends its turn
Ends its
within
turn.
5 feet.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
he's fine. Almost.
Next is Edward. Bodhi, you're trying to get me here.
Yeah. You're death rolling me with a crocodile. Of course I am.
Edward is gonna come running out of the fog to this spot right in the middle of just everything. And he is actually going to lash out at the crocodile that has Durian in its clutches. So coming in for my unarmed strikes. Hiya. Oh, we're not. Are we still blessed?
Yep.
Be damned. I mean, I'll be blessed. 23 to hit.
We'll hit.
Right. Give me a good one. That's not bad. I'll take that. 14 points of damage total. Second swing.
Crocodile is bloodied.
Nice. Dirty 20 on
Will
that
hit.
one. Love that for me. Gonna get 13 off of that, and then my bonus action. That one's not gonna hit.
So
Probably not.
on the second hit, the crocodile morphs and shapeshifts back to a lizard folk.
Okay. That is slightly confusing to Edward at first because he didn't actually see it shift, but also he's in attack mode, so he doesn't care. He's still swinging at it. So that that final strike, which is probably going to miss. 12 on the
12
lizard
will
folk.
miss. Yes.
Yeah. Because he got thrown off his groove because it like shifted. He was aiming for the tail, and then the tail wasn't there.
And like he's the one that shifts, so it's weird when something else does, right?
Don't do my thing.
Hey, that's my thing. Hey,
you lane lizard folk.
And as I always end my turn, Edward will stand there menacingly.
Very good. After Edward is Desperado.
Nice. I'll my elk will just kind of cart me out of harm's way. And as I'm coming, I'm gonna draw my rapier and I'm gonna attack. I'll use half my move to get off, and I'll attack this lizard folk next to my friend Durian with my rapier.
Very good.
That's gonna be 27 and 18 to hit. Those should be all right.
Both will hit.
The amount of times we roll 19s, we should all be champion fighters.
That maxed them both out. 24 piercing damage all day.
Wow, nice.
That is a good roll.
Yeah. Your blade cuts down this lizard folk, slaying him outright.
Oh, yeah, he does. Right on. And then I got your back here, Durian. We got this, my friend. No worries.
We're good.
I'm here with you. And that's all for me. I'll stay right there.
Commander Hawkins rushes forward to join in the battle.
Kevin getting in the action.
And he swings his sword. That's a lizard folk. I was having him do 2 attacks because the veteran gets 2, but I'm going to just have him have 1 attack.
That's cool.
And he misses as he emerges from the mist to make his attack. And Peter, from behind you, you feel the wagon shake as something large lands upon the back of it, and as you turn your head, 2 javelins come flying at you. Will a 16 hit?
16 will hit.
Okay. 11 misses. And you'll take 7 piercing damage from one of the javelins as 2 lizard folk have leapt upon the back of the wagon, throwing javelins and drawing fresh ones from their back. Peter, you are next. You are within the mist on the cart.
Okay. Okay, so they're attacking. Let's see. I feel like my friends have that side for now, so I want to focus on this side if I can. What do you know? I'm going to use my bonus action to move the flame.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it to attack this one with my bonus action. So if you can make it a dexterity save.
19 saves.
19 saves. He will still take half damage. Or 2d6. So half is 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my first level slot and a sorcery point to silently cast. Burning Hands.
Okay.
So I'm going to need a dexterity save from both of them.
For the top one, for the left one. 15, and then a 1 will fail. The 15
15 just succeeds. For 3d6. And that'll be 9 damage.
and the other takes half damage. We'll take 4. And the one recoils from the flame. Its entire left torso just badly burned, effectively bloodied.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, Peter. You'll need to move from the mist by your next turn, or you will, need to take another breath as you're exerting yourself to, perform these tasks. After Peter is Durian.
Durian is going to, he's going to slide around and he's going to take an attack of opportunity as he moves over here. He gets off of the rigging of the wagon, gets in between this guy who was trying to, death throw him. Take
7 damage as the lizard folk stabs you with his javelin.
3 instead, so I'm down to 9. And I'm going to clobber. I'm gonna make an attack against the one that just turned back from being a alligator, crocodile, whatever. I'm gonna two-hand my my warhammer this time. I'm not gonna get my shield out, and I'm going to make this reckless as well. Because I don't want this guy to turn into another crocodile. I'd much rather him just be dead on the floor. So we're going to just take one swing at him. Try to clock him against the back of the head. A 21?
Will hit.
Make sure rage is turned on. Yes, it is. For 7 damage.
Okay. You've got his attention.
Hey, you didn't die from that? What the... Throw another one at him for a 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit.
For another 7. I'm gonna be honest. I thought you would be gone at this point. Those are both
his head in pain, and a large gaping wound has been opened on the back of his skull. He's effectively bloodied.
These are both minimum damage rolls on a D10.
Brutal.
Yeah.
It's very sad. Durian ends his turn looking very bummed. Oh man, I thought that would have been better.
Standing next to the massive crocodile, it tries to bite you.
Yes, at advantage.
Its gaping maw surrounding you with its teeth. 20 will hit. You'll take 7 piercing damage, and you're grappled.
Yet again, I see.
And you are restrained.
Yep. Yet again.
Can restrained take reactions? I'm sorry.
I don't know, actually.
Restrained can take actions and reactions. The only difference is you can't move. And you have disadvantage on attacks. They have advantage on attacks against you.
Okay. Thank you. Desperado, what kind of armor are you wearing?
I have the nicest suit of studded leather armor you've ever seen.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, if it helps, I'm wearing no armor.
The shaman begins to chant words of magic, and Durian, in your hands, your warhammer begins to heat as he casts heat metal.
I see why you asked if we can take reactions. That would have been a bit nasty.
So as your warhammer begins to glow red hot, you will take 2d8 fire damage. 10 damage from holding your warhammer. And
can
if
I
you
drop
please
it?
Make a Constitution saving throw. You can drop it, sure. Or make a con save.
I have to make a con save if you want to hold on.
Right.
I'll hold on to it. I'll try to hold on to it. I'll say. We'll roll the con save. See if I succeed. 27. My hands burned, but I'm all right.
Right. Okay.
Ow! My hands
turning red from holding on to this.
I am a bit bloodied.
The lizard folk warrior next to Edward tries to stab him with his javelin. With a 6, will miss. And uses its spiked shield, trying to stab into him with the many spikes of it. A 13.
Nope. Miss.
Next is Edward.
Well,
Edward, this guy's making my hammer hot.
Only seems appropriate that I attacked the one that just tried to hit me. You know, I don't want to be rude.
Do what you want.
True.
So, hiya.
True.
That is a 17.
Will hit.
All right. Gonna add 10 points of damage on that one.
Okay.
Attack numero 2. 12.
The lizard folk raises its spiked shield and blocks your unarmed strike.
Okay, bonus action. 19.
Your claw finds its way around the shield.
Right. That's a good roll.
Wow.
That one's going to be for 15 points of damage total.
Sure. And your claws rend to this lizard folk. It is slain outright.
It is like when it blocks with the shield, it just keeps pissing Edward off, and he breaks the shield and just like shoves it up into its throat and just like pins it up into the wall with it.
Brutal.
Aaron is having his hands burnt, and he's looking at it. And he looks up, sees the movie. He's like, "That was sick."
Was sick.
And then standing menacingly, etc.
Okay. After Edward is Desperado.
Desperado kind of gracefully dances next to the shaman that's flanking Durian and goes to skewer him with his rapier. 11. Gonna miss.
Right. The shaman moves out of the way deftly.
And then again, I kind of come around for 25 on this on the return.
That will hit.
Ooh, that's gonna be 9 piercing damage.
Right, and now bleeding from the wound upon its head, as well as a large gash across its chest, badly injured.
And I will remain there, flanking it from Durian. All for me.
Okay. Kevin steps forward by your side, Desperado, wielding his sword of sharpness, and makes his attack against the same creature. 18 will hit.
Ooh.
And he cuts down this shaman, and the lizard falls upon the ground, slain. On the back of the wagon, the 2 lizard folk hop to the ground to avoid this flaming sphere and come up beside Peter. One of them tries to snatch you up. If you'll please make an opposed grapple check, you can make athletics or acrobatics.
Our boy's getting kidnapped. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he isn't.
Oh, it's a natural 1.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can roll that low, Ben.
Okay. Well, the other jumps.
Let's check.
Sure. Let's see what happens.
This is acrobatics, right?
Yeah. Your old one's the worst kidnapping ever.
No, 21.
And seeing how deftly you maneuver, the other has landed, at your side on the seat of the wagon. It decides to try to strike you with its javelin. With a 7 to miss.
That won't do.
And then with its shield, a 13.
Will just hit.
Okay.
It's a shame.
You do take 4 piercing damage as it slams the shield down into your thigh.
And that's quarter of his health.
It is, actually.
You can't take that much.
Okay.
Peter, from behind you, moving quickly down the corridor of the cave, with
Here he is
gore and
again.
blood streaked upon its giant maw, you see the carrion crawler approaching, rushing hurriedly across the ground.
Oh, God.
Peter, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, great. So one of them took the brunt of my last spell. Which one is it, Ben? The one on the left or on the right?
To the right.
Okay. That same one is gonna take another flaming sphere right to the face. So I'm gonna move it from here to here and then attack towards it.
And is that a dex save when you use it like that? I'm sorry. I'm blank.
It is.
Yeah. Spacing. Thank you. A 6.
That won't be enough. Yeah. So it's gonna be another 2d6.
Yeah.
Or 5 damage.
Okay.
And let's see.
He is still alive, but badly burnt now.
Badly burnt. Second. I'm down to my last spell slots. But I won't have a choice. So I'll move, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Okay, you try to move past his ally, and as you rush away, the lizard folk tries to hit you with his shield. 14.
That'll land.
And you'll take 4 piercing damage.
Oh, I'm bloody.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna cast using my last first level slot. Burning Hands one more time.
Okay.
Engulfing both of them in flame once more.
For the one close to you, a 10.
That'll fail.
For the one furthest, a 10.
That'll also fail. So they're both gonna take 3d6. For 9 damage.
The one in front of you gasps and is burnt, slain. The other one further from you, near the wagon, is badly burnt, effectively bloodied.
And I'm going to use that opportunity to move another 15 feet here.
Okay. The wagon, the seat of the wagon catches fire and begins to slowly burn.
No, the good guy, he's
no doubt this
dying.
fire will spread quickly.
I feel like that's not my fault. I mean, you guys left me alone. How dare you?
You already blasted Burning Hands directly on the corpses last round. I was gonna say something, but it was too late, so I was just letting it ride.
I mean, we got new corpses, so
I was gonna say, like, I'm blasting flames everywhere here, and like no one comes to help. I feel like that's on your conscience.
After Peter is Durian.
Durian's gonna grab his warhammer, keep two-handing it. He's gonna look at Edward and say, "Edward, I got this, man. You go get that weird centipede thing. I'm good here. I'm gonna go kill this crocodile, and I'm gonna recklessly attack this crocodile."
Okay.
Which is make the attacks normal, because I am restrained. And we're just gonna have a showdown here, I guess. See if I can crack it. 20 and a 19.
Both will hit.
Boom.
Oh, there you go, buddy.
Wow.
16 damage.
Wow. The crocodile's effectively bloodied from the first
And
blow.
7. Another low. It's either high or low, high or low. It's either or.
and it's enough to knock the crocodile unconscious, and its mouth opens, freeing you.
What? Wasn't this a guy before?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Gosh. Okay. And of course, in its place, it is the lizard folk shaman. It reverts to its first form. Thank you.
An interesting question.
I'll be the judge of that. Just kidding.
Reduce a creature to 0 hit points.
Okay.
Did that technically happen?
Yes, it did.
Okay, and then since I'm no longer grappled, this next one will be an advantage for my bonus action. I'm gonna it's me just trying to hit this thing, and it turns back into a normal person. I'm still swinging on my throw. I'm like, oh, whoops, and just gonna crack this guy in the head. Or 22.
Wow, well that will hit.
Or a good old-fashioned 15.
Nice. And your hammer splits him open, splits open his head in like manner to the other, and he's effectively bloodied.
Like I said, Edward, I got this guy. You just go get the big thing in the back. We need those bodies. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. A cloud of fog, seems to grow out of the mist and the water, and it engulfs the group of you. And I will place that on the map. And then it is...
lizard.
Right. The other lizard folk approaches, striking at Kevin, trying to find him in the fog. This will be a disadvantage. A 19 will hit nonetheless.
Does he have a shield and a plate armor?
A 19 will hit, and Kevin takes 6 damage.
My boy Kevin. No.
And next is Edward.
All right. I guess I'm gonna take a big old swing at the guy right in front of me there.
Okay.
Start with that.
Okay. You are not able to see him at this point in time. You do miss. You find empty air. He's surely moved, and is no longer standing where you thought he would be.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a fog cloud shrouding your vision.
Right. I forgot about the fog cloud. Sorry. Okay. Oh, it's on there now. Okay. Okay, so second attack on him. How about 21?
You're unable to find your target. He seems to no longer be there.
Oh, he smoke bombs. Okay. Well, I can't. I guess I'll just wait it out. I'm just gonna stay there in a defensive sort of way and wait and see if something tries to come and attack me.
Okay. Desperado, you've heard of the lizard folk attacking Kevin. You think you have a good idea of where he is.
Hey.
It is your turn.
I will gracefully move over to flank my Commander Hawkins and see if I can skewer this other lizard folk with my rapier. Attacking at disadvantage, though?
Yes.
That will be 13 to hit.
13. You just missed your target.
I feel like I could tell where he was, and I kind of come back with a follow through.
Okay.
Great, and come on. Arr. Oh, 14.
Unfortunately, a 14 will also miss.
Ah, gross. And then I think
somehow your sword connects with his shield. Yeah.
And then using my move, I'm just going to try and see if I can get out of the fog. A little bit over here.
Okay.
And that'll be all for me.
Okay. Kevin is there. He will take his attack. This will be with disadvantage. as he swings his sword at the creature. I'm just going to use the first roll. It doesn't matter which one. And his sword does not find purchase. You hear a large splash, 2 of them, in fact, and you might gather that the lizard folk have retreated into the water and delved into the water. You are still engulfed in fog. Kevin lifts the yoke of the wagon and begins pulling it forward.
I'm going to get in my position again and start pushing with all my might. Still raging a little bit, so I still got a little extra angry strength, as I am just going to try and jolt this thing back into having a momentum.
Sure. Make a strength check for me, please, Durian.
All right. The advantage. We're raging right now. Athletics or just a straight strength?
Athletics is fine.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
To new heights. Wow. A 26.
Yeah. Kevin almost loses his footing because the cart propels forward so rapidly. You're able to clear the fog cloud, and the wagon seems a little bit lighter as clearly several of the corpses have been removed from it. No doubt the carrying crawler taking a larger feast and busy with that at this moment.
We're gonna get there and it's just gonna have scuzz.
The only one who wasn't tasty.
The one dead body left.
Is this fog that showed up later, is it the same fog that is toxic?
No, it does not seem to have that same quality. This is some kind of fog magically cast by the shaman. Any caster will know that it will hang for an hour.
I'm going to... Kevin's a strong boy, isn't he? He's a strong man. Maybe I mean, we're low on bodies. I'm going to tell Kevin. I'm going to get Edward as well, because maybe they're both strong. I have no idea. I'm going to tell him to keep pushing the cart, at least keep it rolling, so that it's not so hard to get picked up again. And I'm going to start tossing bodies from the lizard folk into the back to replenish the supply. Those that were left behind.
Okay.
And then after I'm done doing that, I'll take up the mantle again, and I'll keep pushing.
Sure. And the group of you hurry forward, dropping bait for the carrion crawler, and you see light and the opening of the cave. You pass another small pool, another large fungus upon the walls, but then you emerge from the cave in the light of the natural realm. Things seem a lot more normal here. You find yourself in a cold landscape coming out of a mountain, snow on the ground before you.
Edward comes back over to the material plane and immediately starts crying. Just because he's been gone for so long.
Durian starts crying for the same reason, but not the same length.
And before you is a forest, and beyond that, the valley of Nimni Allah and the city stretch before you. You see the hanging mountain, just only its silhouette in the air, and it casts a very dark shadow upon the city.
Which number are we at, Ben? Is it 14?
So pictured on the map, you guys find yourself west of 12. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on. Just further down. I see. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we're about
in
to
that
go
general
see,
area there.
We're gonna see PJ. Maybe.
And you can see that Sugarfleas is in the sky, but not behind the mountain. She is to the south. Yet, she does glow, but even her light cannot penetrate the darkness of the shadow being cast by the mountain. You can see Sorry, go ahead.
Is Sugarfleece in the same spot that it should be? Has it moved anywhere in the sky? Because I know it's like a dragon that
Shoulder
gives us all light.
Right, flies like the sun. So she's in a different place at this time. Essentially, just trying to convey that although her light is shining upon the city, the shadow hanging over it, is more powerful even than her light, not able to penetrate that darkness.
Slow down.
I'm gonna push the cart a good little ways away from the cave that we just left. Find a little spot in the trees where we can go park for a little bit, and I'm gonna go sit down next to my zombie pal on the seat, and I'm going to sit back and say, I'm pretty hurt. I'm gonna take a little breather. You guys are welcome to join me if you want, but I got a lot of teeth marks in my body, and I'm just like riddled with bite marks. And I want to take a short rest.
Sure. You guys are able to find somewhere safe within the trees, a bit away from the cave. The cave, almost hazy behind you, the entrance of it, appearing kind of like a rock wall, but then also the opening, melding in and out of sight.
From where we are, Ben, how far can we see these bodies of water that are on the map? Are we close to?
Yes, you are also high enough to see basically the whole city stretching before you. Yeah, you absolutely can. You know that these are stagnant pools of water, though, and they don't seem to connect to the the oceans of Gira.
Right.
So would not be an acceptable place to give passage to the dead.
As I'm kind of resting, I'm look over to Desperado and say, I know you didn't really like the deal that we made to not get obliterated and killed, so I'm sure you listened pretty intently. Did she specify a time limit?
No, she merely just said to take them to Theus, at the master's domain.
I mean, we don't have to go there right away. We can go give Scuzz and Cyrus to the mother. Meet up with oh god, what was that cleric lady's name? Sokel. We can meet up with Sokel. I think we needed her for something. I can't remember. But take a little breather in Riverside. That'd be nice.
We could and allow Kevin his reprieve.
Oh yes, we also have Kevin with us. Kevin, you've made it.
Right.
That's why we entered the Queen's realm.
I'm sure that we can find safety and haven at ATK Station 8.
At least for a little bit. I mean, we want to wash our buddies in the river.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, step one, we get to your station. You report into your people. Figure that out. Let them know you're alive. I'm gonna go ahead and roll some hit dice.
Okay.
Get back some juicy health.
I don't know if a short rest will be enough for me.
I mean, I like the a nap, a nice little sleep.
We may be able to get a better rest, more comfortable rest if we were to get to Kevin's camp.
I won't be able to support you in the same ways that I have so far. I'm just letting you know that.
Yes, support us. And I think back to when he hid underneath the wagon. Yes. I see.
He held his own quite well. A couple of those lizard folks snuck up on him, and he held them at bay while we dealt with the rest.
Yeah. I'm not dogging on him.
The little one is carrying his weight.
Yeah, I'm not dogging on you. I'm just, I was just focused on getting bitten by a crocodile and,
Told you I'd guard your back.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm gonna look in the cart. How many bodies are like missing and or ruined?
Yeah, right. You were pretty liberal with the dispensing of these bodies as fodder.
Ooh, that's not great.
You may have dropped almost a dozen. So, between 2/3 and half of a load remain, I think.
Is this including the lizard folk that we threw onto our pile?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you do that? I missed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to replenish some of what we've lost with,
Okay.
the people that we killed.
Sure. Yeah, I would say that the wagon load is about 2/3 full compared to when you set out.
That's not bad. I mean, we're sure we can find another road.
Couple bandits here and there.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll come across. I mean, any dead soldiers? I don't look to Kevin when I say that. Some dead soldiers.
I do look to Desperado. What kind of face is he making?
Look, I'm just being pragmatic.
Each
here,
lit our
right?
own path, my friends.
I mean, pragmatic. Don't.
I mean, hey, we could. Well, I mean,
we could throw your friends along with them.
Just being pragmatic. Where are the dead soldiers?
Desperado, you're like a holy guy, kinda. When we put the bodies in the river, does the river have to take them for them to be like blessed fully, or just have to kind of like dip them in the water and then they're like, oh, blessed?
The mother would take them. I mean,
I believe the mother takes them. Yes, they would pass along to the next world.
But we'll keep the bodies.
You're not thinking it.
Think of it as like when you go and buy something, Durian. You give the money, you don't get it back, and the thing that you wanted. The transaction.
I mean, we could skiff them a little bit, like dip the bodies in, have their souls be released and free, and then we give the mean guy, the Lord Master, whatever his name was, we give them bodies that I presume can't be used to be risen because they've been watched by the mother. So
What if Kevin says, what if we don't give them back at all, and we deliver them to the mother and the Lady Jude and the theists be damned?
Okay. That is an idea. But
consequence of going against
that.
Fae. Yeah.
I mean, all things considered, my friends, I think we are. I think did we not plan on going against the Queen anyways, regardless of. I mean, she plans to pull our entire realm into hers. I don't think we're exactly on her team, as she said, to make sure we pick the right side. I do not think her side is the side we are wanting to pick anyways. So I would be inclined to follow what Commander Hawkins says and pass all these souls on to the mother's realm.
Are you willing to be cursed in exchange?
Yes, that's
a fair point.
If we can, look, you're the ATK, all right. I assume you've got resources, right? If you can,
I don't know if you guys understand the realm at which she is. The only thing above her are the gods. You're dealing with a power equivalent to a demigod.
If you could ensure that we don't get permanently cursed by going against her, I'm willing to give the bodies to the mother. That's fine with me. I mean, we know Sokel. She's a cleric. She's cool.
I don't think any of us can make that guarantee.
This is a creature that is who controls an entire landscape of the Feywild. You understand?
You're not in the Feywild anymore.
You understand the amount of power.
You saved the ministry. Perhaps she could help you with whatever power
she commands.
Oh, that's a good point. We kind of know where she's at, right?
Anyway, she is the giants of her.
You told us where she was, and I mean, if we get cursed, oh no! But we can tell Gwynethry, like, hey, uncurse us, we're helping you. She could do that, right?
Have any of you been cursed before? Just wondering.
Probably like a minor one, I would imagine.
Would you consider having your hand taken away a curse?
It's not great, right? Just be prepared for that level or worse.
You hear, as you have your discussion, many footsteps approaching down the path that leads down the hill, down the mountainside.
Bandits for the tile.
Heavy footfalls, marching quickly and in an organized fashion.
So it may be soldiers. I might step. I hear it, Ben. I might just stealth ahead and see if I can spot what's coming.
Okay, make a stealth check for me, please, as you try to sneak through the woods.
Can I follow?
Yes.
Soldiers for the pile.
Let's go. There it is. And I might use the guidance on this as I hear it coming.
Peter don't need no guidance.
I rolled with disadvantage. Sorry, it's a dirty 20, Ben.
Sure. Both of
that's
you
an actual 20.
crawl through the woods in the snow and find a brush or a bush that you can remain behind to be concealed, and you see a small troop of soldiers.
Do they have any heraldry on them or anything like that?
Yes, they appear to be soldiers of the ATK. There are 10 of them. They bear the resemblance to those armaments that you found in the Feywild.
Peter, that thing you do in the mines, tell Kevin.
I doing them. Oh. Can I try to message Kevin?
Do you have those spell slots available?
It's not a spell slot ability. It's a telepathic ability.
Okay.
Let me put it up. So I have to be within 30 feet, so I would scurry back.
Oh, gotcha.
And then do that.
Okay. I see. I thought you were casting the spell. Yeah, absolutely. You haven't gone too far. The path seems to wind around this copse of trees. And what do you say to Kevin?
ATK, large group. Come if you wish.
Of course. Kevin approaches, rushing through the woods to join you. Here, let me handle this.
Shall we stay or shall we accompany you?
Yes, accompany me. He quickly wipes off whatever makeup and removes whatever clothing you've added to his attire, so that he's just in his armor.
I'm gonna stay hidden and a little bit further back.
Okay.
I'm still hurt and I don't have full trust in them.
I guess I'm just gonna keep pushing the cart down the road.
Okay. Hawkins steps forward, Desperado at his side. He calls out to the soldiers. Greetings, soldiers. I wasn't expecting it to go like this. He says, "It is I, Commander Hawkins. I have returned." And he steps forward, ready to be welcomed proudly. And the soldiers stop abruptly, drawing their weapons as Hawkins hails them. And one of them says, "Hawkins, you got a lot of nerve to show your face around here."
I think I know what's going on.
Are they talking loudly enough for me to hear?
Sure, I would have you approach. The whole party can be together. Durian, you round the corner and come upon this company.
With a cart full of dead bodies, I drop the dead bodies, and I walk up, stand next to Kevin.
Kevin says, "What do you mean? After what you did, you coward." You know what I mean. I'm surprised that you haven't fled the region, much less try to hold your authority over us. And Kevin looks just confused. Mind if we take a look at what you're transporting? One of them says to you, Durian.
Can I use telepathic speech to whisper into Kevin's mind again?
Sure.
We ran across a shape changer who carried your face. I have a feeling he made it across.
Kevin says, "Look, I can explain the Fae are playing tricks on you. There may be those who have looked like me and come before me, but they were not me." And
the captain, Captain Alkins speaks the truth. We encountered a shapeshifter in his gaze that revealed its true form to us as we, my friends and I, were able to rescue Commander Alkins from within the Fae Queen's realm, the Lady Jude arrows. I can assure you, and I remove my hat, that this is the real Commander Alkins, and whoever you have been dealing with has been an imposter.
The soldiers look at each other. Desperado, will you make a persuasion check, please?
Yeah.
And you can gain advantage from the quick thinking of Peter as well, as your statement supports what Commander Hawkins is trying to convey.
It's 27.
Well.
Sorry, 24. Get rid of the guidance. 23. Just a 23. Ignore that 4. Sorry.
That might be true, but then what business are you on? What is that terrible smell about you?
We rescued some corpses that were going to be added to the Master's army, and we are taking them to the river to send them back to the Mother's land and free their souls. A couple of the fallen are comrades of ours that were slain in battle in our treks within the Fey realm.
Okay.
Were any of you stationed at Riverside at any point?
Riverside. Been there.
Did you hear about the siege that happened with all the goblins coming in about and the whole raiding party that happened when you guys left to go find Kevin?
The whole damn city's under siege now.
Oh, well, I guess the first one then.
It was the priestess Sokal who sent us to find Commander Hawkins in the Fey realm.
Desperado, so it's tricky because what you have said is what you intend and want to do, but the group has not come to a consensus on what will be done.
Very true. I'm just giving them my motives.
Right. So
very truthful. Right? I'm not being
honest.
So I find myself leaning, deception with advantage or persuasion.
I think I'm being completely truthful from my standpoint. So I'm okay with persuasion, honestly.
Sure, you can choose.
Could I
persuasion check or a deception check with advantage?
Could I give him advantage on his persuasion check? Because I was going to go in the pile of bodies and pull out Cyrus, who was there during the siege and might be recognized by a soldier who was around Riverside at that time. Because I imagine they got a bunch of descriptions of people who were like there.
Durian, I'll allow you to make a charisma check to try to give advantage to Desperado.
I'll take that.
Just beat a 12.
A charisma check? Sure, yeah.
I got this all day.
This is a 13, so... Oh, shit, 18!
Sure, and so a few of them do seem to recall the siege that you spoke of, as you explain what has happened, and explain that Cyrus, is among the dead, one of the heroes of Riverside. So Desperado, let's see
persuasion?
if they can be convinced of what you're claiming. A persuasion check with advantage.
25.
Right, well, it seems to check out. Where are you going with those bodies?
There are a few lakes in the area, but we need to go to the river. We should, if we continue on this trek due south of us, I believe we will reach the Mother's river, and we can send them back where they belong.
Right, fair enough. Well, we've got other business. I think for now we can forget that we saw you, but, you might not get the same warm reception from the other soldiers of the ATK. Word's gone around Commander Hawkins is a coward and a traitor. He's left 2 of the stations hanging when they are under siege, or his doppelganger, as you claim. So,
well, take note of this fine suit of armor that our Commander Hawkins is wearing, and when you see the other Commander Hawkins, he does not wear the suit of armor. Know that Hawkins is an imposter. As an honorable servant of this land, I give you my word, and that it is true.
Right. Well, it's good enough for me. You men, don't speak of this. I'll talk to our commander, and we'll decide what happens. But for now, keep this under wraps, he says to the other soldiers. They continue to march north along the crest of the mountain. And go ahead.
As they leave, I'm going to look at a cart full of bodies. Say, all right, well.
I'm gonna whisper to Durian in his mind. Do we need more?
You just see me just look to where the soldiers just marched off to. No, we don't need more. No, we're fine. We're fine, I think.
We can't betray them. I can't let that happen, Peter.
No, I'm just joking.
This is in Durian's head.
Yeah, this is through mental speak.
My apologies.
This is mental. Like he can reply to me.
Okay.
It's a mental connection.
Hawkins just raises an eyebrow suspiciously. Okay. And Desperado has mentioned heading due south to deposit all of these corpses, including Lady Jude's delivery, into the river. So you guys you've completed a short rest. That's fine. Do you guys want to travel all the way south to the river, or do you want to find somewhere to sleep for the night? Kevin says, well, obviously we can't go to Station 8. I'll need to rebuild my credibility, my reputation.
Well,
how do our magic people feel? I know casting those spells takes a lot out of you.
You say that as if there is more than one.
I think Desperado's got a bit of magic.
He's a little magic guy.
I'm okay. I'm all right, and I'm able to channel some of my divine energy to replenish some of my spells on a short rest. So I'm okay. To carry on. However, I know
I have
Peter's strength wanes.
I have one big spell left in me, and then I will be spent.
It's a few hours south from here to the river. Either we get caught up here in trouble, or we get caught up in trouble on the way. Perhaps you can just sleep in the cart, Peter.
I make like a small space for myself. I think that's all I need.
You're just using one of the corpses as a pillow.
You know what?
Like a tauntaun.
I've gotten
one
used
over
to
him.
this. I've gotten used to the smell. Yeah. Not as bad as Durian, surprisingly.
What devil's work are we doing?
Sleeping.
Mutters to himself.
We're doing God's work, Kevin. That's what we're doing.
Durian, I'll help you pull the cart if you wish, and the others can rest. Or
yeah, if they want to.
Think?
Is there any sort of Oh, never mind. Sorry, it's all good. Carry on. I'll ride my steed next to the cart and keep an eye out for you all.
I think.
Ben, before I go to bed, can I make myself look like a corpse with my disguise kit?
Oh,
sure. Yeah.
We get attacked, you don't move. You stay in the back, sleeping.
There are so many ways that can go wrong.
We dump you in the river. You don't wake up.
What kind of check is that, Ben?
Maybe sleight of hand.
Sleight of
We
hand.
get attacked by another creature, and I kick the wrong corpse off.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Edward just going 1, a 2. Oh, that was Peter.
Wake up in the river.
Sleight of hand. And add a +5 to this.
Okay.
So that's 19.
Um, I mean, okay.
Got plenty of references to pull from.
For some reason, my mind went to ray gun from the Olympics. Corpsing, but I don't. I'm not sure if that works even. But anyways, you guys end up heading south, and you come in, out of the trees, onto the snowy plains, and the road is, deep in snow, but not so deep that you cannot travel along it. It seems like it's being used, and there are wagon tracks for ruts from wagon wheels that you can follow. Farmlands passed on your left side, trees pass on your right side, and as luck would have it, you don't encounter any kind of violence or monsters or any other people until you reach the river several hours south along the trail.
I'm going to
go ahead.
I'm going to gently pick up Peter and lay him down with my rock, so he stays nice and warm.
And you can see I've stuck some half ends of arrows to the front of me, so it looks like I've been pierced in a few places. Like there's blood stains purposely dyed into my clothes.
This is really good work. I think you should become a dresser or something. Yeah. I'm gonna lay him off to the side, and I'm gonna bring the cart to the back, and kind of just like a truck. I'm just gonna attempt to just push it into the river. I don't really have a use for a wagon at this point.
Push the whole wagon in?
I mean, half of the wagons, just enough so it just slides down and they just start sliding out.
Yeah, like how you unload a boat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Just back.
And my friends, we told the soldiers that we were going to put all of these corpses to the mother. However, my real devotion here is to Cyrus and Skuz. As do as you will with the others. It is your curse to bear. Should you choose to defy, the Lady Jude. Although I don't know that her power could stretch here the way it could in her own realm. But I will leave your fate in your own hands. I'm not going to make that decision for you. And I'll help. I'll move Skuz and Cyrus's body into the river.
Okay. Then Durian, Peter, and Edward have a decision to make as to the others. Commander Hawkins is inclined to give them all to the river, all of them back to the mother.
Am I still gonna get cursed if I don't? Is it like a directly type of thing? Like if you two put them in the river, do I get cursed still? That sounds selfish, but
Lady
the less
Jude
people we have
gave
cursed,
you
the
this
better.
task, Durian.
Oh, that's true.
And with that, she gave it to our entire company.
I don't think her a fool. If she was foolish, she would not be in the place that she is today.
Desperado is the only one who refused outright. In not agreeing or disagreeing, I'm afraid the rest of us, to some extent, agreed.
Well, I'm go for putting the bodies in the river. I'm down to get cursed, I guess. I'll talk to Sokel, figure it out.
Why
I can
is
help.
it that
I'm already miserably cursed anyway.
Why is it that I always end up with such a foolish lot?
Is that a yes?
Soviet, just understand there's always consequences to goodness.
Kevin?
I don't want it rubbing off on me.
I don't think that we can deliver these to Master Theus and do that, and I can also clear my name, so I agree.
When we find Gwen and Stray, she'll figure it out, and I just go and start dumping bodies in the river.
Okay, and so you guys deliver all of the dead that you have remaining to the river. and to the mother, and you have redeemed these souls. All of you gain inspiration.
Yay! As I'm like throwing them in the river, I say, Miss Mother, please. I don't know if you're listening right now. It's trying times. We're gonna try and find the Elven Queen Lady. Oh, another body in the river. Can you like make us not cursed by whatever's gonna happen if that's within your purview? Thank you very much. Oh, another body in the river.
So what happens to us, Ben?
As the bodies are carried away, they form a line like a procession, and begin moving with the current, being taken and accepted. She does not answer you directly, Durian.
Anyone have bones I can roll on the floor? Wait, I got a few. I'm just gonna throw some bones on the floor. Do I see anything?
Just the bones on the floor.
An omen. I see. Pick up my bones.
So what happens to us, Ben? Do we grow like teeth out of our eyeballs, or like what's going on?
As you deliver these bodies, nothing seems to change. Perhaps Lady Jude has not found out yet, or perhaps her power does not stretch this far. No doubt you'll find out soon enough.
Oh, another no consequence quest. All good in my book.
Quite possible that she can't reach you here. Should we return to the Fey realm, it may be different, but
I don't want to go back to the Fey realm, so that suits me fine. You know, I'm all good there.
We will find out, I'm sure, says Kevin. We were bound to anger someone powerful, no matter which choice we made.
This is it. She said, she mentioned choosing the correct team. I feel like we have, my friends. Those soldiers mentioned something about Riverside being under siege by goblins once again.
I don't know if they said by goblins. It's just that it was under siege.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
I think that they were referring to the whole city, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean the old city, not just Riverside?
Perhaps.
Wouldn't be surprised if it was by the undead.
And Lady Jude said that her power had grown here as well.
Well, I'm going to go find us a nice spot to sleep. Because we're all pretty tired.
Here, rather than go to Riverside.
I mean, if it's under siege, I'd rather be prepared. I mean, I guess we can go and see if it's being sieged before we go decide to sleep.
You'd be able to close your eyes and sleep well, knowing it's burning.
Are you okay going there, Kevin? We don't know if the ATK have held up. Mind you, we could keep you under disguise, I think, again, until we know what's really up to.
I think that would be wise.
Okay, I can try my hand.
All right.
I hand him my hat once more.
Can I give it another try to disguise him once more?
Yes.
Can I give him advantage by just holding his tools like a kid?
Sure.
Nice.
Okay, I'll take it. And this is again at a +5.
I keep having to do the wrong things.
Hey.
So that's 27.
Sure, and you know, if somebody's not watching the entire process, they might almost think this is a completely different person when they return. But yes, Kevin looks not like himself at all. How do you do him up? What does he look like?
He's not even a half orc anymore.
Okay.
He's like an old guy off a fake boss or undercover boss.
No, it looks like a human. I've given him like wrinkles to like cover it up, so he just looks like an old human male.
He looks at his reflection in the sword. Wow, I'm very ugly now.
He just looks like how we thought Kevin.
We don't want too many eyes on you.
Sure, I agree.
The uglier the better, I think.
He looks like how we thought Kevin looked before we remembered he was a half orc. So just think of that image you had in your head before, and then that's who he is.
Like it's like I've made him look like an older human, maybe like with scars and wrinkles to like cover it up.
Wow, you look like your dad.
And Kevin is in good spirits, despite the rumors that have been spread about him. And do the group of you start a fire? Just have a normal camp?
Yeah.
I mean, should we? I mean, is it worth just how long or how far would it? Yeah. How long would it take us to get to Riverside from here? Should we just travel that way, or should we rest here first?
Yeah. How long is the journey?
That's a few hours.
We could do a few hours. I mean, Peter's out of it, but I think the rest of us are fine.
I'm fairly hurt as well, and I won't benefit from a short rest any longer.
I think we go to Riverside, see if it's being under siege, and if it is, we'll just sleep knowing it's burning to the ground. It's nice and restfully, and then we'll wake up and take care of it.
Yeah, we'll get like a nice warmth from the fire, you know.
Sure.
Or my rock.
The path strays from the river and leads you through the trees. There are a few goblins that scurry away quickly into the woods that you're unable to catch, but nothing other than that do you come upon on this trek. You see Riverside before you, the large bridge crossing the river, Riverside on the south shore, and you see in front of it many army tents. Tents from the ATK, the Army of the Three Kingdoms. And it looks as though they have a very large presence here in the city of Riverside.
We're good then. We can just go inside.
All right, I'll just keep my mouth shut, says Kevin. You guys do the talking.
And, keep that sword, hidden.
Perhaps we should seek out SoCal first.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Get the lowdown.
At least we have her trust, and she might. If there's anyone that we could reveal Kevin's true form to, I think it would be her.
I would have us not, but if you think it wise, or it must be done.
She's not with the ATK. She's just with the mother, so she doesn't,
Other than that, we do know there are shapeshifters everywhere now. We don't really know who they say they are.
That's all right.
You had said you wanted to visit her to see if she could do something about Chakra.
Absolutely. Yeah, maybe. We'll let's go ask her.
That's a good idea.
You walk through the city of Riverside, and it is mostly soldiers here. You don't see a lot of the locals that you may recognize. You pass the Black Onyx Tavern, and there are soldiers outside drinking heartily, and you come to the temple where Sokel resides, and she's dressed in her tattered robes, dirty hems at the bottom of them, ragged as well, and as she looks up, she's drinking from a cup of tea that she spills upon her robes, kind of in surprise.
We're alive.
I thought I would never see you again.
Well, half of us are alive.
Lady.
Then Cyrus and Skuz are no more.
They're in the river.
They are with the mother. Yes, we have sent them home to the mother.
She says something quietly to herself. Some kind of blessing, no doubt.
Rushing through it, I'm gonna drop the head of the basilisk at her feet.
Oh yeah, we have this thing, and I point to it.
I see.
So make magic.
What do you want me to do with this?
We met this guy after Cyrus and Skuz were killed in a weird dungeon where people putting bets on us in the Feywild, and his name's Chakra, and he was like a cool cloud guy, and he kind of got turned to stone by this thing that we have now killed, and we all feel bad about it because Peter was his friend, and knew him
Right.
beforehand, and he just met me in Desperado and immediately got petrified for it. So we're kind of wondering if, you could
help
like
us.
make a potion or something.
To my knowledge, the basilisk you can make poison from, but that poison that paralyzes.
We were told there was something in using their eyes that could perhaps return the stone to flesh.
It's not. I mean, you make an anti-venom or a snake bite with like a rattlesnake serum with rattlesnake venom. So would it not?
That is beyond my knowledge. Maybe Athena at the apothecary has a better answer for you.
We can meet Athena.
But Our Lady, where is everyone? What has happened here while we've been away?
Yes, well, the ATK's presence has grown, and though some find comfort in that, I myself am not as pleased. Their troops take what they please from the town, and Commander Krim is here. He's an angry man. A vicious leader, and I do not trust him. I wish that Kevin was back. Did you find Kevin when you went?
I'll use my divine sense to see if I pick up any sort of sense that she may not be who she says she is.
This seems like SoCal.
Real quick, before we went on this grand journey, our great adventure, you asked us to gather you something to help cure us of a certain ailment. Do you remember what that was?
Right, mushrooms.
Specifically, what type of mushroom?
Well, I told you that Athena knew where to find the mushrooms.
Oh, that's... hey, that, you know what? Good enough for me. It was truffles.
Oh, that's right. Of course.
Sorry,
If we were to tell you that we did find Commander Hawkins, how would that make you feel?
Well, I would be relieved, but also cautious because terrible rumors have spread about him, but I'm not sure that I believe them. They say that he, months ago, was at various ATK stations, and he abandoned his post when he was most needed. Some of the attacks were repelled, but Station 4 was taken. Or excuse me, Station 12 was taken. And the ATK has not regained its footing there yet.
Anyhow, acts of kindness have a way of backing slapping you in the face.
he's just like that. Don't mind him too much. He's a bit of a cynic. This guy's over like a few thousand years old. Anyway, he's right there, and I point towards the old man that's with us.
Hawkins kind of clears his throat loudly. Yes, what they say is true. I had hoped to keep it under wraps, but
she's fine. She's cool.
At your service, Sokel. Perhaps we can keep this between us. She seems to agree to that.
Through our travels, we learned that Commander Hawkins was taken into the Lady Jude Arrows' dungeon and arena, and in that time we actually did come across a shapeshifter in the form of a different Commander Hawkins, who actually revealed its true form to us. We can assure that this is our commander who we sought out.
I see. Well, that must be who's responsible for the rumors. I thought it was just propaganda manufactured by Theus.
Unfortunately, we let it live.
There is some weird truth to it. Well, Group of you look exhausted. You can take rest here if you wish. You won't find any room at the tavern, I'm afraid. The soldiers have taken every room.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop by Athena's, see if she needs time to work on this potion before we go to bed, and then I'll come back.
Okay. When you reach Athena's apothecary, she is there, and she tells you that the only potion that she knows how to make from the eyes of a basilisk works as a poison. And you recollect that this quest was given to you by your friend, and he had hopes of making a poison of paralysis from it.
Yeah, I'm aware. I was hoping for something different, but
she says it's worth holding on to. Maybe if we can combine it with something else, but I'd have to do some studying. I'd have to look into this.
You want to keep it then?
Okay. This is very valuable. Can I pay you?
I think just finding the potion or some type of thing that would help unpetrify our friend would be good.
Okay, I'll need you to cover the other ingredients, but I'll try to learn what they are.
All right. I guess if you really want to pay us, we're out of healing potions. Okay, I know the soldiers probably suck all those up, but
I don't have many right now, but I can spare 2.
I'll take 2. I'll take whatever we can get.
Right.
Thank you. There's normal healing potions, I'm guessing.
Yes, potions of healing. And she takes a long drag from the hookah and adds to the smoke in the air of her shop.
I take a hit and leave. All right, thank you, Athena.
Would there be somewhere that I might be able to get some more arrows, or is that the kind of thing they actually wouldn't really sell because it's an armed station?
You can purchase arrows from the armory controlled by the ATK.
Okay.
Easily enough.
I'll go to try and do that.
Sure, you can find them for market value.
Okay, cool. I'll have to look it up, but I might get maybe I think a bundle is 20. I might try and get 40 if I can.
Sure. So yeah, they have plenty.
We're not in town very often.
Yeah, right. They have other basic armaments too if you need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have plenty of armaments. Absolutely. There's a large military presence here right now.
Can you get me a bundle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What should I?
Anything else you guys want to take care of before you rest for the evening? It's been a long day, I'm sure.
Is the book guy alive? The man I drank tea with during the siege?
Yeah. Yes, he is. I'm trying to find his name. He is alive.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have some tea with him.
I got you a bundle of arrows, Bodhi. There's 20 arrows.
Okay, thank you. I probably won't use them, but
that's okay. I could always use them if you don't.
Yeah, consider them your reserve for all intents and purposes.
Just out of curiosity, Ben.
Yes.
Are there any other potions that are not healing related?
She says unfortunately the troops have taken all of her wares, but she could make you something if you at a discount if you give her some gold.
I do have some gold burning a hole in my pocket and not many ways of spending it.
I can make basic potions, she says.
I'll take a look at those, I guess. She has a list.
I don't have a list. You could buy, I don't know. How much gold do you have?
So I stole 50 something from.
Of course you did.
Yeah, from the Fae. So I have 54 gold and 175 silver.
For 50 gold, you could buy a potion of healing, potion of giant strength, invisibility, potion of speed, oil of etherealness, potion of climbing, potion of flying.
Let me write these down.
Okay, hang on. I'll copy them. I have posted a list in the game chat for you.
I feel like these are like nice to have, just like as an oh shit button.
Invulnerability.
Yeah.
She'd ask 35 gold pieces for any of these. I googled a list, so if any of these seem too powerful for that, please let me know. But I think those should be okay.
What does a potion of diminution do?
Makes you small.
Yeah. It's the opposite of growth.
Which would be hilarious as a small race.
Yes, become tiny.
We also do have 7 lapis lazuli, which are worth 10 gold piece each. We could get rid of. We could maybe she would take those for 2 potions.
It's like 70 gold.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Specify the potions, and she will create these for you. She says it might take up to a week, so maybe several days.
You guys can. Happy for you guys to pick.
I mean, potion of invulnerability sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good potion.
Potion of flying is pretty up there too.
Okay, while you guys decide what potions, will that end your business for the day essentially, and it will take us to an extended rest?
Yeah.
Okay. That way I can just move forward with a little bit of this while you guys decide what you want to do there. You guys find rest in the temple in Therazessa's temple, run by Sokel. And as you go to rest for the evening, Desperado, a voice comes to you. And it is a voice that you're familiar with, the voice of your lady. She says, "You did well to refuse the fairy queen directly, but..." No, excuse me. Sorry, I had something else written here. I thought things were going to go a different way.
Oh.
"You have done well in delivering all of the dead to the mother. They deserve that honor and peace. But so do those others who are serving evil in the city. And if not you, then who will do justice and honor to them? You must return as many of them as you can to the mother. And when you do so, proclaim that you do it in the name of Valindra Redwood, protector of Dunsmere Lake."
Will be done, my lady, yes.
"You have done well in serving me, and I will bless your weapon of choice, be it blade or bow."
If it pleases the lady, I think it would only be fit to have a blade as equal to the one that you wielded in those great battles those long days long ago.
So be it. And so that's your rapier, is that right?
Yeah, my rapier, yeah. I thank you for revealing your true self to me. I know I never doubted you, and yet now knowing more, it only draws me closer. I thank you for your guidance and the challenges that you bestowed upon me as I've traveled through realms and back. I knew you were always there, even though you maybe have been a bit of touch while we were in the Feywild. I know you were there, and I thank you for your guidance. As it is, I know some of my friends don't share in the same sort of code that I do, and I don't expect them to, but I nonetheless will continue to to follow in your teachings and to follow the code that I spoke in when you once took me under your umbrella or your veil of divinity. And even though we're in we're at a holy realm of Arazessa, it's a safe haven for any like-minded divinity. Would you think, Ben? Like she would be welcome in this place. Like the presence of she's probably some sort of minor.
Absolutely. As a protector of Dunsmuir Lake, she's obviously an ally to the power trio. And
right.
That also being a large body of water kind of directly connects her as well to Therazessa.
Right on.
And I'm sorry, I want to make this will be a +1 rapier now, but I want it to also have an ability, but I did not do enough game planning to have that ready for you. So I'll come up with a magic ability that the sword also has.
Cool.
So
yeah, no worries.
Coming up a little bit blank here at the moment, but
I will do as you have requested, and I will try to return any fallen that I come across to the mother's waters. Would you know? Are there other water sources that may also be connected? I know there are many lakes north of here. However, it can be challenging getting back down to the river. Are there other known pathways to the mother's realm that lie in the north?
You may also deposit them or deliver them to the Highland Sea to the east.
Okay.
And there is a vast network of underground rivers within the crater of the raised mountain.
Okay.
Farther north.
Were you able to see us when we were in the Fey realm?
No, Lady Jude has blocked my vision to that realm. She also mentions a river between the kind of two sets of hills on the eastern half of the city pictured on the map. That she also warns that that is the territory of a white dragon right now. Do you have anything else that you wish to say to Valindra?
No, I thank you for your blessings and your guidance, my lady.
Bring honor to my name. And thank you, Desperado.
Will be done, yes.
Durian, as you are resting, as you do often, you bring out the book that you're in possession of and pour over it. Kevin asks, "What are you reading, Durian?"
I have the notebook, and I have I have a scrap piece of paper that I'm like trying to make a cipher for because the handwriting is so god awful. Like, I'm trying to. This is my dad's old book, and he's kind of. I don't know anything about my family really, except I didn't even know my mom. It was just my dad, and he didn't talk a lot. But he wrote a lot in this book, so I'm trying to figure it out in my downtime. But if you look at it and I show him the handwriting, it's just like chicken scratches and I see words sometimes that don't make sense. I don't really know what's going on here, and I show him the piece of paper. So I'm trying to figure it out, and I haven't come across a lot of smart people that would help me. There's a wizard who asked for a lot of money when I first started, but he's back on he's across the sea, so I came over here in hopes of getting some chachinga, some cash to pay him. But I've in the meantime I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, in my time in the military, I've deciphered many codes, and I know a bit of Orcish. As rarely as they write down their thoughts. There are dialects and languages that they pass on in the written form too. I might be able to have a look at it for you if you wish.
Sure. I mean, I can speak the language, but God be if I can read it. And I hand it to him.
Yeah. I'll look over it tonight and see what I can gather. There's a lot here, though. So if you don't mind, I might hold on to it for a little bit.
Hey, knock yourself out, all right? I don't think you're gonna run away with it.
No.
No.
Hopefully, I will find sanctuary here in this temple for some time.
I think we will. I think we'll be okay.
And that's where we'll end the adventure for tonight. And think about what you guys might want to do next as we enter the stage of the game that could be downtime for a little bit here as you guys explore some different ideas or different goals, quests that you have for yourself or for your characters. We laid out a few here towards the end of the game already, as far as getting a potion to cure Jacra, deciphering Durian's book, see what comes of that. And then Desperado has been tasked with a rather large quest as far as, delivering as many of these undead
I say it,
to the waterways.
A crusade, if you will.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
You've been given a holy crusade, so I think you know what you're doing for the rest of your time.
There you go.
You can do that though. How you feel about pulling that cart a little while longer?
Oh God, really? Can we get some horses or something?
Maybe we get a better, more well-suited.
You got some holy horses you can pull out. You got an elk. You got like a pair of war horses that can pull the cart.
I could summon a war horse instead. Yeah, that could.
Little John has already loaned you some beasts of burden, so not
Sure.
sure who you might go to, but
I'm sure he forgot by now.
I'm sure
He didn't. He hasn't loaned Edward anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Edward can get some horses.
I'm not aware.
Or Peter. Peter, he doesn't know Peter at all.
good game,
Peter's
guys.
a
We'll pick it
sneaky
up
little guy.
next week. It's the 30th, so we'll play on Monday next week. And,
All right.
Everybody take care. Have a good week.
You guys.
Good.
Thanks.
You do.
Good night,
Thanks,
guys.
Yeah, you too.